The playing of the national anthem every Monday through Friday on the Joe Show is brought to you by the Bob Allen Motor Mall in conjunction with the Hometown Radio Network. Good morning to you, 238 WHIR, the phone number to call in. We'd love to have your birthdays and your anniversaries on the show this morning, 238-9447. It is not a large group that we have today of birthdays. In fact, it's one. We have one birthday down. I'm sorry, two. We have two birthdays down today. Let's do a birthday party thing on this Monday, January 23rd. Happy birthday to these two people. We have Joe Mathis celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday to Joe. We also have William Lane on the birthday list this morning as well. 238 WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning. You got Joe Mathis, you got William Lane. That's the two names that we have down. 238 WHIR, the phone number to call in. That's 238-9447 to get your birthdays and your anniversaries right here on the Joe Show this morning. 238 WHIR. Call them in. WHIR. It's a Monday, January 23rd, typical Monday morning show that we have lined up for you this morning. It starts off at 7:20 as we welcome onto the show Boyle County Lady Rebel basketball coach Ryan Wiersma, who we'll have on the show this morning. And the Lady Rebels fell to the Lady Admirals in that crosstown rivalry on Friday. The Lady Admiral girls team won, but the Rebel boys team beat Danville in that girl-boy doubleheader. So it was a split doubleheader, as they'd say. And we'll have Coach Wiersma on the show to talk about his Lady Rebels this morning at 7:20. 7:40 this morning is the County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. We circle back around to Mercer County Week this week. So it's Linda McClanahan Monday for us this morning. She'll be on with us at 7:40 on the County Agents Corner. In the 8 o'clock hour this morning, we usually have Ruby on at 8:10 on Monday. She will not be on this morning. She said she'd check in again next Monday just because simply there's not a lot going on, she said, this week. So we'll skip over that. And I guess our next guest after that will be in the 9 o'clock hour, 9:35. Ben Garant will join us for a gathering place and talk with Ben with his segment called A Senior Moment at 9:35 this morning. That's the rundown of today's show. We'd love to have you on 238 WHIR, 238-9447. And as always, we start off this morning with a look at early morning sports. And here it is. The NFL's AFC and NFC championship games are now set. An injury could define one of those games, and number one in college basketball goes down. Those are the headlines on this Monday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Monday morning sports. We'll start off in the National Football League, where 4 teams are left standing in the NFL. Championship Sunday is now around the corner. Following the final 2 games of the divisional round, the respective AFC and NFC championship matchups have been set. In the AFC, it's a rematch of last year's conference title game, with the Cincinnati Bengals facing the top-seeded Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. Joe Burrow and the Bengals upset Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs last year for a spot in Super Bowl 56. Prior to that defeat in the big game against the LA Rams, once again, the Bengals will have to win at Arrowhead Stadium to advance to the season's final game. Had the Buffalo Bills defeated the Bengals on Sunday, the AFC Championship game would have been played in Atlanta at a neutral site at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. In the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles will host the championship game as the league's number 1 overall seed following their thrashing of the New York Giants on Saturday. Their opponent will be the San Francisco 49ers, whose dominating defense shut down the Cowboys last night. The Eagles-49ers matchup will be a battle between the top 2 seeds in the NFC and 2 of the most complete rosters in the entire league. The winners of those 2 games will meet in the Super Bowl. Staying in the NFL, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes was diagnosed with a right high ankle sprain during Saturday's win against the Jaguars. Mahomes is expected to play in the AFC Championship game, but he probably will not be 100%. Mahomes suffered the injury during the second quarter, but returned to start the second half. During one of his first plays back, Mahomes ran for a first down. The Chiefs said the quarterback was questionable to return when he left the game midway through the second quarter, but again, he is expected to play on Sunday. In college basketball, Temple coach Aaron McKee got a welcome into his team's locker room following the Owls' win over number 1 Houston. He didn't mind. Damian Dunn scored 16 points. He also made the go-ahead free throw. Kerr Jonkuch blocked Houston's go-ahead attempt in the final seconds, and Temple held on to defeat the top-ranked Cougars 56-55 on Sunday. Temple improved to 3-18 overall against number 1 ranked teams. The Owls earned their first win over a number 1 ranked team since the 77-69 win at Cincinnati on February the 20th of 2000. Tied at 55, Dunn made a free throw with 1:06 left to give Temple a 1-point lead, and that's where the score ended, 56-55. Scores from around the NBA yesterday. Winners were the Clippers over Dallas, Miami over New Orleans, Toronto over the Knicks, Oklahoma City over Denver, Phoenix over Memphis, Brooklyn over Golden State, and the Lakers over the Blazers. Those are the headlines on this Monday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Big deals.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hi. Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Farmers National Bank has been helping local businesses since 1879. We offer checking accounts to fit your business's needs. Farmers National Bank accounts have many free services, and we can help your business save money and grow. Call us at 866-888-0220 and ask for Blake Mason, who can give you a free review. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our good friends. They're over at Coel Collision Center in Danville. They're on Lebanon Road. After rank, tell the tow truck driver, take your vehicle over to the experts, Brent and Devin, at Coel Collision Center, Lebanon Road here in Danville. Slight chance of some rain, some snow. We're seeing that. Maybe even some freezing rain as well, but not a whole lot. Chance of flurries up until about 11 o'clock. A high today, 38. A low tonight, 28. 47 is the high tomorrow with sunshine and a chance we see some rain showers tomorrow as well. Right now it's 6:22 in the morning, 33 degrees here in Danville. 238 WHIR, the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. And we'd love to have you this morning here on the Joe Show, 238 WHIR. Let's see who's celebrating birthdays in the celebrity world today. A happy birthday shout out goes to these people. Happy birthday to these celebrities, starting off on this day back 49 years ago, where actress Tiffany Thiessen was born 49 years ago. You may know her best by playing on Saved by the Bell, Beverly Hills 90210, and White Collar. Here's a clip of the show, Beverly Hills 90210. That's Tiffany Thiessen, 49 years old. The late Rutger Hauer would have had a birthday today. The Hitcher escaped from Sobibor, for which he won a Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actor. Sin City, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Batman Begins. Would have been 79 years old if he was still with us today. Happy birthday to Princess Caroline of Monaco, who's 66. While she is a princess in her native Monaco, she's also known as Caroline, Princess of Hanover, as she married Germany's Prince Ernst August of Hanover in 1999. So she's I guess a princess of two different places, Princess Caroline of Monaco. The late revolutionary leader John Hancock would have had a birthday today. His legendary quote after signing his name in huge letters on the Declaration of Independence was, quote, "There, His Majesty can now read my name without glasses, and he can double the reward on my head." John Hancock, the heroic revolutionary leader, would have had a birthday today as well. And the late Supreme Court Justice Potter Stewart would have had a birthday today. His most famous quote on regarding obscenity was, quote, "I shall not today attempt to further to define the kinds of material I understand to be embraced within that shorthand description, and perhaps I can never succeed in intelligibly doing so, but I know it when I see it, and the motion picture involved in this case is not that." He was talking about hardcore pornography in that quote, and those are some celebrities having birthdays on this Monday, January 23rd.
With back-to-back
on this day in country music.
Appreciate that, Mr. Voice. Let's take a look at what's gone on this day, January 23rd, country music history. Starting off all the way back in 1963, where the theme song for the Beverly Hillbillies TV show, The Ballad of Jed Clampett, by Jerry Scroggins, as well as Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs, was at number one of the country charts. It was on this date, 1976. C.W. McCall was at number one on the country chart with a novelty song, Convoy. And it was on this date, 1981, Alabama released Old Flame, which became the group's third number one single on the Billboard Hot Country Singles Chart. And that's what's gone on this date, January 23rd, in country music history. Starting off on this date, January 23rd in 1963, where the Ballad of Jed Clampett was at number one. On this date, country music history back in 1963, during the original run of the Beverly Hillbillies, special lyrics were written and inserted in the closing theme, advertising regular sponsors like Kellogg's cereals and Winston cigarettes. On this date, 1963, the Beverly Hillbillies theme song was a number one country hit. It was on this date, 1976, C.W. McCall was at number one of the country charts with the novelty song Convoy. The song itself was largely responsible for starting a nationwide citizens band radio craze, and got the Black Bear Road song on that album as well, which turned the popularized, now infamous road itself called Black Bear Road, along with its "You don't have to be crazy to drive this road, but it helps" sign. Convoy, 1976. And it was on this day, 1981, Alabama. They released their song Old Flame, would go to become the group's third number one single. Old Flame, the track was the third in a string of 21 consecutive number one singles and as many releases, a string that spanned from 1980 through 1987. Alabama, number one. On this date, 1981, with the song Old Flame. Alabama, C.W. McCall, and the Ballad of Jed Clampett, Flatt and Scruggs have all made their mark on this date, January 23rd in country music history. We are a minute away from bottom hour news on the Joe Show. It is 6:29.
Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they're offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice, along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of famous crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot home buttermilk biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, and 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Whether or not human remains discovered in Boyle County last week are those of a missing Louisville woman may be released by the Kentucky State Medical Examiner's Office sometime today. Kentucky State Police say the remains were removed by the Boyle County coroner and sent Friday to the State Medical Examiner. Andrea Nabel has been missing since August of 2019. The Kentucky State Police have a big announcement.
Kentucky State Police will soon implement the Motorola M500 integrated system, which includes a body-worn camera, audio recording device, and in-car video with high-definition cameras.
It is rugged, durable, and the in-car system integrates seamlessly with cameras in the front and rear-facing passenger compartment of the patrol vehicle. We hope to deploy the system in marked vehicles by the end of 2023 or sooner.
KSP Commissioner Colonel Philip Burnett Jr. says the new system will be distributed to about 780 sworn personnel. I'm Haley Hansen.
Hazardous weather may be coming to central Kentucky later this week. The National Weather Service says wintry precipitation is possible Tuesday night into Wednesday, but isn't sure if it'll be rain, snow, or a mix of the two. Among the cities as part of the warning are Frankfort and Lexington. As for this morning, forecasters are warning of falling temperatures and a lingering wintry mix that could make for slippery commutes in some areas. If you paid your taxes to the state of Kentucky last week, look to see if you're charged twice. The state's Department of Revenue says a private vendor double-charged some taxpayers on Wednesday. The state says nearly
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Maybe you're not. While you're enjoying your candleberry candle that you found at Papa's Quick Stop and the weather is cold, what tastes better than a hot bowl of chili or soup beans and cornbread made like Mama does? Papa's Quick Stop has all your needs and daily lunch specials. Fried chicken with the bone, Lunch Brother pizza, ribs, and do I need to go on with more delicious, affordable food and snacks? Most of all, great breakfast sandwiches. Hey, Papa, can you stop at the Quick Stop in Danville across from the fairgrounds, formerly known as Hill of Beans, now offering catered group meals to go.
Creamy nothing Mom Blakeman's candy. Delicious flavor of family tradition. Old-fashioned candy from 61. Light, rich, creamy, made by hand. A southern treat, a Kentucky brand. Mom Blakeman's Candy.com. So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's Candy.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Family members of a missing Kentucky woman say they've been in contact with Kentucky State Police after remains were found in Perryville on Friday. Friday evening, Kentucky State Police were called to a field off of Crane Road after someone found human remains. The family of Andrea Knable says they've been in contact with KSP since those remains were found. Knable was a Louisville native who was last seen in August of 2019. Her family says that she helped look for other missing people, and despite leads coming in on her location, she has never been found. on a Facebook page called Finding Andrea, operated by her sister, Erin. They stated that KSP has identified those remains as that of a woman who seems to have died anywhere between 3 to 5 years ago. They also stated that the dental records of Andrea's are similar to those found in the remains. Meanwhile, those remains were sent to the state medical examiner's office. Will County Solid Waste and Recycling hopes a new app will make it easier for people to know what they can and can't recycle. The new app is simply called Will County Recycling. It's available for Apple and Android devices. The app has a feature where you can search any item that will show you what to do with it. You can find out more information online at boylecountyky.gov. Will County Fiscal Court will have the regular scheduled meeting tomorrow. Among the items on the agenda includes an introduction to the new Planning and Zoning Director, Michaela Gary, Mid-American Brass Band Festival Director, Michael Peros, on a potential new Downtown Danville concert series, and the court will elect a judge pro tem, among many other items. It's tomorrow at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting will be live streamed on the Boyle County Media YouTube channel as well. Lincoln County Fiscal Court has named the interim Parks and Rec Director as the new full-time director. Casey Bandura had been the interim director of the Lincoln County Parks and Rec Department since June, and for the last fiscal court meeting, Bandura was named the full-time director by the Lincoln County Fiscal Court. Bandura is a Lincoln County native and a recent graduate of Union College. She oversaw baseball, softball, soccer, and football, as well as helping spearhead the first ever fall baseball and softball season. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Republic Services of Kentucky offers a single source solution for all of your disposal needs, servicing residential, commercial, and industrial customers with offerings that include recycling and other disposal options. You have enough to worry about on a daily basis. Leave waste disposal to Republic Services. They'll handle it from there. For a quote or to discuss services, reach out to republicservices.com or give them a call at 859-263-2000. 263-2000.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Brought to you by Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal over at Cattleman's, where everyone in the family is certified something to tasteify their taste buds. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass. Great steak, truly. It's just the beginning. Okay, what do we have today weather-wise? Well, we have a chance of snow flurries really until about 11 o'clock this morning. They were lightly flying when I made my way in this morning here to Fort Radio. A high today, 38. Low tonight, 28. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 47. Rain showers tomorrow night into Wednesday, when you get a windy day Wednesday and a pretty good shot of rain showers. Right now, it's 6:36. It's 33 degrees. The wind chill feels like 25 right here in Danville. Larry Voss, give it a Voss Views. What's up, Larry?
Voss Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Voss.
Defensive lineman Justin Rogers was the highest-ranked recruit that Kentucky coach Mark Stoops ever signed. He never developed into quite the star many expected, but he did become a productive player in 2022. However, he entered the transfer portal. The next season will play at Auburn. One reason he probably left was the emergence of true freshman Deion Walker last season. Walker is another highly rated recruit for Michigan like Rogers was, but unlike Rogers, Walker made an immediate impact for Kentucky. Walker earned the All-Southeastern Conference honors as a freshman, and I'm sure he's getting the kind of NIL money that Rogers wanted when he started looking around for another school. Actually, I thought Walker might consider doing the same thing, because I know there are a lot of SEC schools, along with others across the nation, who would love to put together a huge NIL package and have a defensive lineman like Walker on the team.
Lots of views. We'll return in a moment. Okay, here's your final question. Name something Hopkinsville is famous for.
The Krusteaz Company.
That's correct. You'll find Krusteaz pancake and waffle mix in your local grocery store. You can also find other brands like Ghirardelli and Red Lobster.
A part of the batter capital of the world.
Learn more about Krusteaz Company and their products at krusteaz.com.
It's a real treat.
Book your batter capital tour at visithopkinsville.com.
All right, let's go.
He's so nice.
Part of Team Kentucky.
Deion Walker apparently never thought about transferring. Defensive line coach Anwar Stewart said Walker never gets too high or too low about anything. He likes to have lunch with the defensive coaches, strength staff, and medical personnel. Stewart says Walker has been in the weight room working to shed pounds since Kentucky's season ended, and also encouraging other teammates to do the same thing. Stewart believes Walker is that rare player who has the athletic skills and leadership qualities to be even better and more special the next two seasons.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com. LarryVoddenVots.com.
Larry Vaught and Vought's Views, Mondays through Fridays, right here on the Joe Show. At this time, it's 6:39 in the morning, and looking at 33 degrees here in Danville. Buzz Aldrin got married for the 4th time on his 93rd birthday here recently. Buzz Aldrin, the astronaut. So congratulations to him and the newlywed couple. The 4th marriage for him, 93 years old. We have audio of the wedding, Buzz Aldrin's wedding, live audio here on the Joe Show. Here's how it sounded. There it is, Buzz Aldrin's wedding. That's audio from Buzz Aldrin's wedding. 93 years old. Happy birthday. And then congratulations to the newlyweds on their wedding. 6:40 in the morning. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I'm right there with you. These stories right here remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go to the same for somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up on the piano. It's Mr. Floyd Kramer. Well, good news action for you on this Monday morning, and here we go. Story number 1. A woman in California credits her Apple Watch with saving her life while she was pregnant. Jessie Kelly was warned multiple times by her watch that her heart rate was high, and after the 3rd time, she said, you know what? Maybe we ought to take this seriously, go to the hospital. It's a good thing she did because she was in full-blown labor and was losing blood from a pregnancy complication called placental abruption. But 3 hours later, she had her baby girl and is doing well now. This is one of multiple stories that are coming out about an Apple Watch saving someone's life. Here's the clip of Jessie Kelly saying that she literally thought that she was going to die. Yeah, story number 2 coming from California, where on January the 12th, Jackson Standish turned 9 years old and woke up that morning to ride his bike. But someone had stolen it. Instead of being upset, Jackson was more concerned that someone else might have their bike stolen. So he contacted local news gatherer Richard Big Rich Mons to get the word out. Big Rich was touched by this story and with help from other members of the community bought a brand new bike for the birthday boy. Here's a clip of Richard Monge, a.k.a. Big Rich, saying that he spread the word the birthday boy's bike was stolen, and donors stepped up to help replace it, including himself. There you go. That's the way it works. And story number 3 coming from North Augusta, Georgia, where Jack and Julie Poole retired to run a small business just so they could give back to the community. The Pooles have plans to give away 100% of the earnings from their frozen dessert shop to create trade school scholarships. Last month, they donated their first check to help students at Aiken Technical College in Graniteville, South Carolina. And they say it felt good, but it's just the start. The good news, Georgia business owners create a college scholarship by donating their earnings from their business. A community steps up to replace a birthday boy's stolen bike, and an Apple Watch saves a pregnant woman's life. And that's what's going on in this morning's World of Good. It's 6:43 in the morning. We got sports coming your way in 60 seconds right here on the Joe Show on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville News, Talk Sports. Solicit Sunrise follows that.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
The NFL's AFC and NFC championship games are now set. An injury could define one of those games, and number one in college basketball goes down. Those are the headlines on this Monday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Monday morning sports. We're starting off in the National Football League, where 4 teams are left standing in the NFL. Championship Sunday is now around the corner. Following the final 2 games of the divisional round, the respective AFC and NFC championship matchups have been set. In the AFC, it's a rematch of last year's conference title game, with the Cincinnati Bengals facing the top-seeded Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. Joe Burrow and the Bengals upset Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs last year for a spot in Super Bowl 56. Prior to that defeat in the big game against the LA Rams, once again, the Bengals would have to win at Arrowhead Stadium to advance to the season's final game. Had the Buffalo Bills defeated the Bengals on Sunday, the AFC Championship game would have been played in Atlanta at a neutral site at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. In the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles will host the championship game as the league's number 1 overall seed following their thrashing the New York Giants on Saturday. Their opponent will be the San Francisco 49ers, whose dominating defense shut down the Cowboys last night. The Eagles-49ers matchup will be a battle between the top 2 seeds in the NFC and 2 of the most complete rosters in the entire league. The winners of those 2 games will meet in the Super Bowl. Staying in the NFL, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes was diagnosed with a right high ankle sprain during Saturday's win against the Jaguars. Mahomes is expected to play in the AFC Championship game, but he probably will not be 100%. Mahomes suffered the injury during the second quarter, but returned to start the second half. During one of his first plays back, Mahomes ran for a first down. The Chiefs said the quarterback was questionable to return when he left the game midway through the second quarter, but again, he is expected to play on Sunday. In college basketball, Temple coach Aaron McKee got a welcome into his team's locker room following the Owls' win over number 1 Houston. He didn't mind. Damian Dunn scored 16 points. He also made the go-ahead free throw. Kerr Jonkuch blocked Houston's go-ahead attempt in the final seconds, and Temple held on to defeat the top-ranked Cougars 56-55 on Sunday. Temple improved to 3-18 overall against number 1 ranked teams. The Owls earned their first win over a number 1 ranked team since the 77-69 win at Cincinnati on February the 20th of 2000. Tied at 55, Dunn made a free throw with 1:06 left to give Temple a 1-point lead, and that's where the score ended, 56-55. Scores from around the NBA yesterday. Winners were the Clippers over Dallas, Miami over New Orleans, Toronto over the Knicks, Oklahoma City over Denver, Phoenix over Memphis, Brooklyn over Golden State, and the Lakers over the Blazers. Those are the headlines on this Monday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Hi, my name is Terry. My name's Michelle, and we're from Danville. We moved here from Michigan, and we needed a plumber, and we seen Royal Flush. I thought, well, that's a cute name. We really like that. It's perfect. We called him.
Yeah, I actually talked to his wife. She's a real sweetheart, and she told me that she would get a hold of him immediately, which she did, and then he gave us a call just really quick.
He hooked up our stove. We asked him to come over for something else, and he gave us a free estimate, changing over our water heater and our dryer. He thinks about the customer and tries to save them money, and that impressed us. We would recommend him to handle any plumbing projects because nothing beats a Royal Flush.
Call the plumbing pros at Royal Flush Piping at 859-319-1286. Bud here, the guy who reminds you to contact 811 before you dig. Now I've got some great news. When you dial 811, you're going to get me. If you're a homeowner, landscaper, or building contractor, make sure you call me before you dig. I'll walk you through the process that will ensure underground utilities are marked and you can dig safely. Call me at least 2 days before digging to make sure you know what's below. Remember, call me, Bud, at 811 before you dig, or visit Kentucky811.org.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at 315 DeLahaye Street. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. That's 236-2299. That's Danville Auto Body Shop. Cloudy skies, chance of freezing rain, potentially some snow drizzle really is what we're seeing. Some very light flurries flying earlier this morning. High today of 38, low of 28. Sunday tomorrow, 47. Wednesday, high of 50, breezy and windy and rainy as well Wednesday. Right now it's 6:49, and we're looking at 34 degrees right here in Danville. 238 WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. Love to have you on the radio this morning and see what's on your mind. You get birthdays and anniversaries on here. But we start off this segment, Still Us at Sunrise, with Ricky D's as we take a look at what app we should download this morning in the planet of the apps. And here it is.
Welcome to the planet of the apps. Oh, you need this one. If you have a habit you want to quit, smoking or whatever it is, it's called 21 Days Habits. Or maybe you want to start a habit of walking every day or whatever. This app, in fact, I downloaded it, is based on the scientifically proven principle that it takes a continuous chain of 21 days to create a new habit or replace an existing habit with a new one. 21 days. Every day you go to the app, you mark the calendar if you follow that habit or not. And once you follow the habit for a few days, you create a chain which will motivate you to keep going. Remember, 21 days makes a habit. For Droids, you can also get one for the iPhone, a very similar one. This is good. And yes, it is free. Don't you love that word? Rick D's taking you into the molten magma known as the planet of the app.
Thank you there, Ricky D's, the planet of the apps, Mondays through Fridays. And the Joe Show at this time leads us into this morning's country comic spotlight. We're in the spotlight today. Dan Mangini is in the spotlight. Dan Mangini, who talks about growing up in his house with an Italian dad and an English mom. And here's Dan Mangini in the country comic spotlight this morning. Dan Mangini in the Country Comic Spotlight this morning. And the best jokes from Dan Mangini. No best jokes from late night television last night because there were no late night shows on Sunday night. So we skip over that. But we do on Mondays have Tom Leach looking at UK basketball. The Cats continue to make strides and improve. Nice win over Texas A&M on Saturday. A previously unbeaten in the conference Texas A&M team who were 5-0 coming into that game in Kentucky just continue, especially late in that game, to stretch that lead out. And the Cats got a big one. They are at Vanderbilt tomorrow night. That's the late tip-off, 9 o'clock Eastern tip-off, 7:30 pregame on Z105. Here's what Tom Leach has to say about UK basketball.
Wildcats found a different way to win against Texas A&M. We'll talk about it coming up on a look at Kentucky basketball.
Plan a Valentine getaway at one of Kentucky's 45 state parks. Many are offering dinner, dancing, mystery theaters, or a nice, quiet, romantic weekend. Enjoy delicious food in a relaxing atmosphere. Unplug and enjoy the natural beauty or a scheduled hike. Visit parks.ky.gov. Click on events and scroll through the calendar and see what Kentucky state parks have to offer for a Valentine getaway and for the upcoming months. There's no place like a Kentucky state park. Plan your visit or get away now by going to parks.ky.gov.
After Oscar Tshiebwe's career-high 37 against Georgia last Tuesday, the Wildcats had to find a different way to win against Texas A&M on Saturday. The Aggies put their intense focus on shutting down Tshiebwe, and they held him to 7 points. But 4 Cats hit double figures thanks to the way they moved the ball. This is Texas A&M radio analyst and former Aggie, Dr. John Thornton.
You know, Tshiebwe is just a difference guy. I mean, we played the Castleton, and he's his way. You know, you got every team's got their guy. He's just so dadgum tough, and we did a good job of taking him away somewhat offensively, but it's hard to keep him off the glass. But when you take away something, you give up something, and we really kind of try to collect around him when he touched the ball. But then they did a great job of finding the open man, and they did a great job of sharing the basketball. They moved you to a better shot. So I thought that was really good on their part.
And Jacob Toppin, who contributed 17, says freshman point guard Kaysen Wallace is getting more comfortable in a leadership role.
He's taken on that leadership role, and I like that for him because he could be a leader for this team. But everyone's being vocal on and off the court, making sure everyone's staying disciplined and understanding what we need to do to continue to win and do something special.
Kentucky goes to Vandy tomorrow, and the Commodores are coming off a win at Georgia. That's a look at Kentucky basketball.
Hey-o, Cats versus Commodores. Didn't realize Vanderbilt beat Georgia. We'll have that game tomorrow again, 9 o'clock on Z105 with a 7:30 pregame. 6:56 in the morning right now, heading towards 7 o'clock. Be there in about 4 minutes on the Joe Show.
Hey, folks, this is Duke Owens, General Manager here at Cartown Kia. Homeless, $88 down, delivers. Do you have a job taking home $350 a week? Well, if you do, we have over 20 lenders who want to approve you. This 2016 Chevrolet Equinox, or this 2015 Hyundai Sonata, or this 2016 Hyundai Tucson, your choice, $88 down, $199 a month. Come to Cartown Kia or visit CartownKiaUSA.com.
Example, 2016 Chevy Equinox, 2015 Hyundai Sonata, 2015 Hyundai Tucson. Only select in-stock makes and models. With approved credit, $88 down payment, $199 per month, plus tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees. Subject prior sale while supplies last. Price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for detail.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. 3 games tonight on the Hometown Radio Network, starting off at Danville Christian Academy, where DCA hosts Lincoln County in a girl-boy district doubleheader. 6 o'clock for the girls' game. The boys' game will follow. Those games on Z105. Casey County is at Mercer County girls basketball tonight, 7:30 tip-off on 99.5 FM WHBN. And all games streamed live online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
It's a lousy, lousy Monday. Guess another work week's here. Your boss don't know your cup of joe is really filled with beer. It's a lousy, lousy Monday. Wish you could go back to sleep. Found out there's no bonus Christmas dough. The company's way too cheap. Ho, ho, your brain moves slow. Time to get caffeine. Some weird chick with mistletoes by the coffee machine. It's a lousy, lousy Monday. Every week one fact is clear. You felt drowsy every lousy, lousy Monday. this year.
Well, I clicked on the wrong song, a Christmas theme to that one, but yeah, either way, the message stands, right? It's a lousy Monday. 238 WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. This is interesting. There is a new survey out on American landmarks. And the question they asked was simple. What was your least favorite landmark in the United States? There are more than 30 choices to this, and the one that got the most hate. So essentially, what is the lamest U.S. landmark you can visit? And the one that people said was the most boring one, the one that's not exciting, the one that's not worth a visit is the Hollywood sign, which is really not shocking. The locals have restricted access to the Hollywood Hills, so it's hard to see it up close, at least legally. So you're just seeing this from afar, like in the pictures. 8% of people who had seen the Hollywood sign said it was their least favorite landmark. Other unpopular landmarks that they said are not that fun to visit: the Brooklyn Bridge, Times Square, and the Hollywood Walk of Fame. They're all amongst unpopular landmarks. On the flip side, when people were asked about their favorite landmarks, Arlington National Cemetery was number one. 7% of people said it was the best landmark to visit. Other popular ones were Mount Rushmore, which is interesting because my father-in-law's been to Mount Rushmore. And I remember him saying he thought it was kind of boring because you sit there and you look at these 4 presidential faces carved into a side of a mountain, and you just sit there and look at it and you leave. Mount Rushmore, that was among the popular ones. The National Mall in D.C., the Pearl Harbor National Memorial, and the Statue of Liberty are all amongst the most popular landmarks to visit. But don't make that trip to Hollywood. We'll make it for you in the 7 o'clock hour. That sign, though, was boring. It's 7 o'clock. Here is Top Hour News.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Biden is selecting Jeff Zients as his new chief of staff. It was first reported by the Washington Post and confirmed by 2 anonymous sources familiar with the decision. This move comes as current chief of staff Ron Klain is expected to step down in the coming weeks. Authorities are confirming the man suspected of carrying out this weekend's deadly mass shooting in Southern California has died. More from Phil Farrar.
72-year-old Hu Can Tran, an Asian male. Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna says Tran shot himself inside a white van armed during a standoff with police in Torrance. 10 people died. Sheriff Luna says there is a piece of the puzzle still missing.
We still are not clear on the motive. We want to know how something like this, something this awful can happen.
He says 10 injured, 7 remain hospitalized. Federal agencies became involved in this case because people were celebrating the Lunar New Year, and they were trying to determine if the shootings were hate crime related.
Arizona Democratic Congressman Ruben Gallego is expected to launch a bid for the U.S. Senate today. Multiple reports say Gallego will challenge independent Senator Kristen Sinema's seat in 2024. Gallego is a former Marine and is currently serving his 5th term in Congress. Sinema was elected as a Democrat, but then switched to independent. A senior Democrat says President Biden should not negotiate with Republicans on the debt ceiling.
If we delay this, if we have short-term extensions of the national debt, we run the very risk of a recession in this economy.
Appearing on CNN's State of the Union, Illinois Senator Dick Durbin urged people to be wary of so-called GOP budget balancers when looking at the amount of debt accumulated during the Trump presidency. The U.S. reached its technical borrowing limit last week, but the Treasury says it will be able to pay the government's bills through June. Durbin said Republicans need to face the responsibility of paying for the debt they accumulated. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Maybe you're not one of those frequent flyers, but sometimes you just want to hit the beach or see your new granddaughter or go to that out-of-state wedding. Whatever the reason for your getaway, if it involves flying in the U.S. or visiting a military base after May 3rd, 2023, you'll need a Kentucky Real ID driver's license or an ID that is Real ID compliant. Make a plan to get your Kentucky Real ID now. Go to realidky.com.
The Kentucky Department for Community-Based Services is hiring. DCBS invites you to be part of an inclusive team of caring professionals that helps all Kentucky families through a rewarding career in family support or social services. They have job openings in their county offices across the state and offer great benefits like hybrid work schedule, competitive salary, paid holidays, and many opportunities for training and promotions, plus state employee discounts. Go online to chfs.ky.gov and enter DCBS jobs in the search field. It's a new day at DCBS. Join them.
5 years after sounding the alarm, the World Health Organization says 5 billion people are still at risk from trans fats. Rory O'Neill reports.
This was the year the WHO hoped to ban trans fats globally. Instead, they say more than half the world's population is now at risk for developing heart disease because of trans fats. Often found in packaged foods, cooking oils, and spreads, trans fats have been linked to increased heart disease and 500,000 early deaths each year. 9 nations with high at-risk populations have not adopted the WHO's trans fat recommendations, including Australia, Egypt, and Korea. I'm Rory O'Neill.
It was a somber day at Graceland as Lisa Marie Presley was laid to rest.
A broken heart was the doing of her death. Now she is home where she always belonged, but my heart is missing her love.
Priscilla Presley fought back tears as she shared a statement written by her granddaughter. Priscilla called her only daughter an icon, both in the public eye and to her family. Hundreds gathered to pay their respects to the late singer at the mansion once owned by her father, rock legend Elvis Presley. Following the service, Lisa Marie was buried at the Meditation Garden near Elvis, her son, and Elvis's parents. Another D.C. protest is being planned outside the U.S. Capitol. A local group known as Free Britney America will take aim at Ticketmaster. Trey Thomas reports.
The company halted Taylor Swift ticket sales in November after high demand crashed the website. A Senate committee meets Monday to discuss the lack of competition in the ticketing industry. That's when a rally will be held on the same issue. Organizers say Live Nation's monopoly impacts the safety of fans.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Good morning to you. It's Monday. It's January the 23rd, and we're looking at cloudy skies today. Chance of some snow flurries up until about 11 o'clock this morning. 38 degrees is your high. Forecast is coming your way. News comes first, brought to you by Stewart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda.
It's all about you and Stewart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager of Stewart Powell Ford, Lincoln, and Mazda, 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville. And for the first time in 3 years, we have new Fords on our lot ready to go home with you. Please stop by and see our selection. We are offering these at invoice pricing or shop online at StewartPowell.com.
Make your people happy because we know how. It's an easy thing to do in Danville. Stewart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Family members of a missing Kentucky woman say they've been in contact with Kentucky State Police after remains were found in Perryville on Friday. Friday evening, Kentucky State Police were called to a field off of Crane Road after someone found human remains. The family of Andrea Knable says they've been in contact with KSP since those remains were found. Knable was a Louisville native who was last seen in August of 2019. Her family says that she helped look for other missing people, and despite leads coming in on her location, she has never been found. On a Facebook page called Finding Andrea, operated by her sister Erin, they stated that KSP has identified those remains as that of a woman who seems to have died anywhere between 3 to 5 years ago. They also stated that the dental records of Andrea's are similar to those found in the remains. Meanwhile, those remains were sent to the state medical examiner's office. Boyle County Solid Waste and Recycling hopes a new app will make it easier for people to know what they can and can't recycle. The new app is simply called Boyle County Recycling. It's available for Apple and Android devices. is the app feature. You can search the item that'll show you what you need. KY.gov. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow. Among the items on the agenda includes an introduction to the new Planning and Zoning Director, Michaela Gary, Great American Brass Band Festival Director Michael Peros on a potential new Downtown Danville concert series, and the court will elect a judge pro tem, among many other items. It's tomorrow at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting will be live streamed on the Boyle County Media YouTube channel as well. The Lincoln County Fiscal Court has named the interim Parks and Rec Director as the new full-time director. Casey Bandura had been the interim director of the Lincoln County Parks and Rec Department since June, and for the last fiscal court meeting, Bandura was named the full-time director by the Lincoln County Fiscal Court. Bandura is a Lincoln County native and a recent graduate of Union College. She oversaw baseball, softball, soccer, and football, as well as helping spearhead the first ever fall baseball and softball seasons. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
At Subtle Tree Care, we salute the beauty of the great outdoors. And for those times when the great outdoors isn't so beautiful, you don't have to worry. At Subtle Tree Care, we do it all. We help protect your trees from damage in high winds and storms, even tree and stump removal, land clearing, brush trimming. Let Subtle Tree Care take a look at your property. If there's a tree that could be a problem, we'll let you know and take care of it before the problem happens. At Subtle Tree Care, you get the best for less. Affordable, expert tree and brush trimming, cabling to reduce stress damage on your tree from high winds, weight from ice and snow, and heavy foliage. At Subtle Tree Care, we're your neighbors. We live here. We're a licensed, insured, locally owned business, a family that's been taking care of your land for over 30 years. The great outdoors. It's beautiful. At Subtle's Tree Care, we can help you keep it that way. Visit subtle'streecare.com and let's take care of your trees and property before there's a problem. Subtle's Tree Care. Get the best for less.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends. They're hanging out over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the auto owners insurance company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. Mostly cloudy skies. A high today of 38. A low tonight 28. Tomorrow mostly sunny. A high of 47. Wednesday rain showers and a high of 50. Right now it's 7:11 in the morning. It's 33 degrees right here in Danville. 238 WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. Love to have you on the radio this morning here on The Joe Show. Kim Kardashian, making news, recently gave a lecture at Harvard Business School. So imagine being in Harvard Business School and Kim Kardashian walks in and gives a lecture. Well, check out this promo for Kim Kardashian's business lecture. That's kind of the way it worked for Kim Kardashian. The Harvard Business School lecture by Kim Kardashian. There's the promo for it. It's 7:12 in the morning. Let's see what's going on in this morning's news world. What's breaking and trending in this 7 o'clock hour. And here we go. First of all, Ticketmaster and Live Nation is the subject of a Washington, D.C. protest. A local group known as Free Britney America will take aim at Ticketmaster during this rally tomorrow. It's widely known that the company's Taylor Swift ticket sales in November went horribly wrong. Among other things, a Senate committee will meet tomorrow to discuss the lack of competition in the ticketing industry and will work to formulate a solution to this. That's when the rally is going to be held. Organizers say Live Nation's monopoly impacts the safety of fans, has excessive control over artists' careers, and makes it difficult for small businesses to survive. The Powerball jackpot is getting bigger and bigger. Lottery officials say no one picked all 6 numbers in Saturday's drawing. That means that tonight's jackpot in the multi-state lottery game will be worth $502 million. The odds of matching all 5 numbers in the Powerball number is 1 in 293 million. There you go. Hey, slow drivers may soon face heftier fines in South Carolina. What's commonly referred to as the Slowpoke Bill allows police to fine slow drivers in the left lane for $25. It was passed back in 2021. The new version of this bill increases that fine to $100 and will go into effect if it passes the state Senate and House and the governor signs it. The iPhone 15 may be at least 8 months away, but rumors are spreading already about what features it may have and what it isn't going to have. A leaker who goes by the name of Shrimp Apple Pro posted a series of rumors about the next generation of iPhone. Here they are. It may have curved edges instead of a squared-off design. It may have the dynamic inside cutout, which is currently only available for the Pro models. The phones will continue using the ceramic shield glass for protection, and the design changes will make the iPhone 15 look like Android phones. Hey, George Santos is no longer challenging whether or not it's him in a picture dressed as a woman in a Brazilian festival. He told reporters at LaGuardia Airport, quote, "No, I was not a drag queen in Brazil, guys. I was young and I had fun at a festival. Sue me for having a life." And hey, the New York Post reports meteorologist Adam Klotz was headed home on a train after watching the Giants game at a bar Saturday night when he saw a couple of teenagers harassing an older man. He told those teenagers to cut it out, and that's when the teenagers turned to Klotz and beat him up. Klotz has bruised ribs and 2 black eyes. The New York Post also reports 3 of those teenagers were caught by cops but were released without being charged. So if Fox New York City weatherman gets beat up, George Santos admits he has done drag, but insists he's not a drag queen. Rumors about the next generation of iPhones are already swirling. Tonight's Powerball jackpot is at $500,000, and a rally against Ticketmaster set for tomorrow in Washington, D.C. That's what's breaking and trending in the 7 o'clock hour. It is 7:15 in the morning. Sports coming your way right now. Brought to you by the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram and Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the 127 bypass in Danville. Shop online anytime, StuartPowellFord.com.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the Danville bypass and online at StuartPowell.com.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford, where we make it easy to do business with us. Our team is dedicated to providing you with a hassle-free experience from start to finish. Whether you're in the market for a new vehicle or need to get your current vehicle serviced, we have you covered. Stop by and see how easy we make it at 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville or anytime at www.stuartpowellford.com.
Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. In the NFL Sunday, defending AFC champion Cincinnati went to Buffalo and beat the Bills and the snowy weather 27-10 to advance to the AFC championship game for the second year in a row. The Bengals offense and defense were both clicking early as they jumped out to a 14-0 lead in the first quarter. Last night, San Francisco held off Dallas 19-12 in the NFC semifinals. Saturday, Kansas City topped Jacksonville 27-20 as Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes suffered a high ankle sprain but played to the end. Philadelphia wore out the New York Giants 38-7. Here are this Sunday's conference championship matchups. At 3 o'clock in the NFC, the 49ers are at the Eagles. At 6:30 in the AFC, the Bengals visit the Chiefs. Kentucky basketball knocked off Texas A&M Saturday afternoon, 76-67 for their third straight win in conference play. It was the Aggies' first loss in the SEC. Cats trailed by 2.5 after Oscar Tshiebwe got into foul trouble and didn't score until the second half. He finished with 7 points and 17 rebounds. Antonio Reeves came off the bench to score 23 points and hit 5 threes. Jacob Toppin had 17. C.J. Frederick scored 12. And Cason Wallace had 11 points and 4 assists. UK is in Nashville tomorrow night to face Vanderbilt at 9 on Z105. Yesterday in college hoops, Temple upset number 1 Houston 56-55. Number 3 Purdue and number 15 UConn both won. The Center College women stayed unbeaten in the SAA by outscoring Birmingham Southern 120-110. The Lady Panthers are the third highest scoring team in Division III. Center men fell to Birmingham Southern 94-89. Hometown Radio brings you a girl-boy doubleheader tonight in high school basketball as Danville Christian Academy hosts Lincoln County. The girls tip off at 6. The boys around 7:40. DCA versus Lincoln County tonight on Z105. In other girls' action, Mercer County entertains Casey County at 7:30 on WHBN FM 99.5. All these games stream at hometownlive.net. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Truth is more than a concept. It is what makes us different. Truth is where we start and where we finish. It is our curriculum and our extracurricular. It makes us a community, one that leads through service. It allows us to offer an education that can withstand the challenges of life. If you are looking for academic excellence in a Christ-centered environment, opportunity is closer than you may think. Minutes away from Nicholasville, Bergen, and Harrodsburg. It is easy for you to join our community, Danville Christian Academy, engaging the truth, empowering the future.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at the Big Deals online store. Go to hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts. Save up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store is at hometownlive.net. Some of the deals we have today include Dr. Jennifer Nichols General Dentistry, $40 gift certificate, yours for $29. And Steak and Shake on the CU Harrisburg campus, $5 gift certificate, yours for $3.50 at the Big Deals online store. You get rain showers, snow showers possible today as well, up until about 11 o'clock this morning. A mostly cloudy day, a high of 38. Tomorrow, sunshine, 47 is the high. And Wednesday, good chance we see some rain showers there on Wednesday. Right now it's 7:22. It's 33 degrees. And Boyle County Lady Rebel basketball coach Ryan Wiersma joins us this morning here on the show. Good morning, Coach Wiersma. How are you?
I'm doing great. What about yourself, Joe?
I'm doing great, Coach. Appreciate you being on and talking to us about Lady Rebel basketball. And your last game was Friday, and you took on a very good Danville team, Coach, and they were able to come away with a win 52-25. But despite that, I mean, you still got to like what your team's been able to do over your last 9 games. You're 7-2, Coach, and continuing to get better as you make your way throughout the back half of the season now.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we keep preaching with our team is that our growth has been really, really good. We got off to a rough start at the beginning of the year, but since Christmas, we're 7-3. We continue to improve lot of different people step up and really contribute to help us win. And every game, we get better. We find little things that make us more successful and really find how to win with this young team.
And you've got Somerset tonight, Coach. I was able to see Somerset in action a couple of weeks ago in that girl-boy doubleheader against Danville in the All-A Championship games. And this is a talented Somerset team. Obviously, their head coach, Cassandra McWhorter, has won her fair share of games. But they have the Bruner twins, Kate and Grace Bruner. And then their third leading scorer is an eighth grader named Jalen Dye, who was an impressive-looking eighth grader out there. They got a good team, don't they?
Yeah, they're a very good team. And in a lot of ways, they're similar to Danville. So, in things that, we can learn from our Danville game, Somerset really tries to push the tempo. Transition offense is huge for them. So, that's a big focus as we practiced yesterday, making sure that we're in the right spots. Our communication is really good because they shoot the ball well. And like you said, they have three really good guards, and they can share the ball well. And they're a very well coached team because McWhorter does a great job. So we're really excited for this opportunity to see where we've learned from Friday.
Coach, how do you mentioned they like to speed the pace up. How do you not necessarily stall it down, but slow it down to where it's more comfortable for your pace? How do you all do that?
Yeah, I mean, that comes down to just taking care of the ball on offense and getting great shots. We've done a good job of that in most games and making sure that we make that extra pass so everything's in rhythm. And then when the shot goes up, what your role is. So it's making sure that you do what makes you successful and not playing to their tempo and really doing what we do well. Because, Joe, I don't know if you know this, but we're, I think, the 24th ranked team in defense in the state. So when we can get teams into a half-court game, I really like our chances against anyone.
Yeah, good stuff. Top 25 team defensively in terms of points per game allowed. Coach, you got 10 games left in the regular season, including tonight's game. What do you expect to see from your team over the next 10 games going into the district tournament? What do you want to see out of your team over the next 10 games?
And just continued growth. Like we talked about some things that why we weren't successful Friday night against Danville and making strides in those areas. Because, again, it's in basketball and all sports. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And the growth is the most important thing and really tighten up some of these little details that we can get better at every single day.
Boyle County Lady Rebel basketball coach Ryan Wiersma. His Lady Rebels are 9-10 right now, but again 7-2 in their last 9 games. You can see them in action tonight. They're hosting Somerset at 7:30 at Boyle County High School. Coach, appreciate you being on. Good luck tonight, and we'll talk to you and tomorrow as well. You got Collins, got back-to-back games, so good luck tonight and tomorrow night, and we'll talk to you again the next Monday, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Joe, and go Rebels.
Yes, sir, Coach. Appreciate you being on. Bye. It's Boyle County Lady Rebel basketball coach Ryan Wiersma, whose Lady Rebels, again, are 9-10, but playing well as of late. Look, Danville's a buzzsaw. I mean, they've won 18 consecutive games on the girls' side. So, as Coach Wiersma said, you look at that game, you see the good things that you did, you see some of the things you need to work on. There's still 10 games left in the regular season, and let's see what Boyle County can do against a talented Somerset squad tonight that, as Coach Wiersma said, they like to run the floor. They're a fast-paced team, and they are a talented team. 7:30 tip-off tonight at Boyle County High School. 7:26 in the morning. Tomorrow morning, we talk Boyle County boys basketball. Or should we say Forkland High School boys basketball? They wore those Forkland green jerseys on Saturday. That's Denny Webb, the head coach of the Boyle County Rebel basketball team. He'll be on with us tomorrow morning at 7:20. Wednesday morning, we're actually going to switch it up this week because the All-A tournament is this week. The Danville girls will play Wednesday morning at 11 o'clock. So we're going to get Coach Mason on this week on Wednesday, and then Coach McKinney, the boys coach for Danville, on Thursday because the Danville boys play on Thursday in the All-A tournament. So it makes sense to switch those up this week. So we'll talk with Coach Webb tomorrow, and then Coach Mason Wednesday and Coach McKinney on Thursday. In this segment here, talking high school basketball. We're 3 minutes away from bottom hour news. Right now, it's 7:27 in the morning.
DNC Small Engine falls upon us. Do a full sale service, repair on all ATVs, side-by-sides. Also, get your chainsaw sharpened, service. We're ready for the winter. Cut up that firewood. We're open 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. Located 1125 Stanford Road, DNC Small Engine. It's a reminder, too, also that we are offering auto and truck tires. We'll get you serviced and ready for the winter. Come see us for the best prices around and best service. 1125 95 Stanford Road, DNC Small Engine, 859-209-2615, 209-2615. Come see us.
Hey folks, it's Duke Owens, General Manager here at Cartown Kia. It's a new year and time for a new ride. Start your year right with savings on a new Kia.
Like the 2023 Kia Forte, leased for just $249 down and $249 per month. Plus, if you make over $350 a week, we have 20 lenders that want to approve you.
Come see us here at Cartown Kia or look us up at CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $249 down, $249 per month. $31.60 due at signing, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer-added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
On Blackwater, the Doobie Bros at 7:28 in the morning, Monday, January 23rd here in Danville, 238-WHIR. The phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. There's a couple that's going viral. They just got married. They're on their flight to their honeymoon, and they say that the passenger on that flight, that their feet smelled so bad it ruined their honeymoon flight. So that's causing some flights and some planes and some companies to look at this and maybe offer different class seats based on people's smelly feet. The foot class flight. We have audio from that flight where this couple says their honeymoon flight was ruined because of a smelly feet passenger sitting around them, the foot class flight. There you go. That's audio from the foot class flight. All right, coming up in the next half hour, we have the County Agent's Corner brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. It's a Linda McClanahan, Mercer County Monday morning. We'll have Linda on here at about 7:40. We'll also make a trip out west to the world of weird, and we'll talk with Jeff Jewell, Chamber of Commerce Director, and see what's going on with the Danville Boyle County Chamber of Commerce and Jeff Jewell this morning. So a lot to do over the next half hour. Don't go anywhere on WHIR. Here's the news.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
If you paid your taxes to the state of Kentucky last week, look to see if you were charged twice. The state's Department of Revenue says a private vendor double-charged some taxpayers on Wednesday. The state says nearly 8,000 people were charged twice by a vendor, Kentucky Interactive. The Department of Revenue is blaming a glitch for the extra charges. The private vendor is working to pay everyone back and cover any overdraft charges that may have also occurred. Kentucky State Police will soon be wearing body cams.
Kentucky State Police will soon implement the Motorola M500 integrated system, which includes a body-worn camera, audio recording device, and in-car video with high-definition cameras.
It is rugged, durable, and the in-car system integrates seamlessly with cameras in the front and rear-facing passenger compartment of the patrol vehicle. We hope to deploy the system in marked vehicles by the end of 2023 or sooner.
KSP Commissioner Colonel Philip Burnett Jr. says the new system will be distributed to about 780 sworn personnel. I'm Haley Hansen.
The family of a missing mom, Andrea Nabel of Louisville, reaching out to the Kentucky State Police about remains found in Boyle County. Investigators say the family sent dental records to the local coroner, hoping the remains may be her. Troopers got a call about the remains on Friday. They were found in a field off of Cranetown Road in Perryville. Nabel has been missing since 2019. Governor Randy Beshear says it's time for Kentucky to show how much it values teachers. The chief executive, in a tweet Saturday, said there are 11,000 teacher vacancies across the state and pointed to compensation as the primary reason. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
I'm a police officer.
Tell her you love her with a diamond from B&L Diamond Jewelers this Valentine's. Make this Valentine's special. Make her stop and think of the love you both share. Nothing allows you to celebrate special moments in life like a diamond from B&L Diamond Jewelers. Diamonds are the only gift in the whole world that will never fade away with time. They will not rust, and they do not require any special care to maintain its brilliant beauty. Diamonds are forever. She will always remember where she was and what the occasion was. When you gave her that special diamond, that tells her, baby, I love you. And 30 years from now, she will remember that moment when you gave her that diamond. No other gift can keep giving like a diamond for years to come.
If you need a new wedding set, upgrade your diamond, engagement ring, diamond earrings, and pendants, or some beautiful fashion jewelry with the quality that can be passed down from generations, we have it. As always, we offer 12 months same as cash and free 6 months layaway.
This is Lauren, so come on in to B&L Diamond Jewelers and let this Valentine's be the occasion that will create the memories that will last forever.
Located in the Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Just who is this car wash lady, a.k.a. the Queen of Suds? None other than Jenny Hogue, owner and manager of Car Express Wash in Danville. Jenny, how did you get started?
My owners wanted to sell the business. They offered to me first. October of 2018 is when I became the car wash lady, a.k.a. the Queen of Suds. We are invested in making Danville a happier, safer, and cleaner community. Give the giver clean this season. We have gift cards available and also monthly memberships. We are located in a big blue building, Danville Bypass. Don't drive dirty.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Family members of a missing Kentucky woman say they've been in contact with Kentucky State Police after remains were found in Perryville on Friday. Friday evening, Kentucky State Police were called to a field off of Crane Road after someone found human remains. The family of Andrea Knable says they've been in contact with KSP since those remains were found. Knable was a Louisville native who was last seen in August of 2019. Her family says that she helped look for other missing people, and despite leads coming in on her location, she has never been found. On a Facebook page called Finding Andrea, operated by her sister, Erin, they stated that KSP has identified those remains as that of a woman who seems to have died anywhere between 3 to 5 years ago. They also stated that the dental records of Andrea's are similar to those found in the remains. Meanwhile, those remains were sent to the state medical examiner's office. Boyle County Solid Waste and Recycling hopes a new app will make it easier for people to know what they can and can't recycle. The new app is simply called Boyle County Recycling, and it's available for Apple and Android devices. The app has a feature where you can search any item that'll show you what to do with it. You can find out more information online at boylecountyky.gov. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have the regular scheduled meeting tomorrow. Among the items on the agenda includes an introduction to the new Planning and Zoning Director, Michaela Gary, Great American Brass Band Festival Director Michael Peros on a potential new Downtown Danville concert series, and the court will elect a judge pro tem, among many other items. It's tomorrow at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting will be live streamed on the Boyle County Media YouTube channel as well. The Lincoln County Fiscal Court has named the interim Parks and Rec Director as the new full-time director. Casey Bandura had been the interim director of the Lincoln County Parks and Rec Department since June, and for the last fiscal court meeting, Bandura was named the full-time director by the Lincoln County Fiscal Court. Bandura is a Lincoln County native and a recent graduate of Union College. She oversaw baseball, softball, soccer, and football, as well as helping spearhead the first ever fall baseball and softball seasons. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pegg starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pegg on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Appreciate that one, Rebecca. Brought to you by ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. That's ADA Heating and Air. Cloudy skies, rain showers are hanging out here today. Flurries as well. A high today 38, a low tonight 28. Tomorrow mostly sunny, high of 47. Wednesday, rain showers are likely in a high of 50. Right now it is 7:38 in the morning, and we are looking at 33 degrees. And we welcome on the telephone Linda McClanahan from the Mercer County Extension Office. Good morning, Linda. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am doing great, Linda. Appreciate you being on here this morning to give us the County Agent's Corner. It's brought to you by our friends at Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs, selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Linda McClanahan.
If you raise livestock, you know it is very important to feed your animals nutritious hay to keep them healthy. You can take many practical steps to improve your hay quality. You must first get and maintain a good forage stand. Making sure your soil has adequate nutrients is key to getting good stands. A soil test is important because it will let you know the nutrient levels in the soil so you can only apply what is needed. Your extension agent can help you learn how to effectively test your soil, submit your samples to UK Soil Testing Lab, and help you understand the results. Soil tests with adequate levels of phosphorus and nitrogen but low levels of potassium are becoming common across Kentucky hayfields. Inadequate potassium can increase the amount of broom sedge, a very undesirable forage. There may be a couple of reasons for low potassium levels. When you cut hay, potash is removed at nearly 3 times the amount that phosphorus is, and soil is not able to replenish this nutrient to sufficient levels on its own. Repeatedly using only balanced fertilizers like triple 19 will deplete potassium in hayfields. Controlling weeds at the right time and using the right herbicide will help you improve hay quality. With many weeds like buttercup, by the time you see the blooms, they are much harder to control. The stage of maturity when you cut your hay is the most important factor affecting quality. You must harvest at the right time when the plant is switching from a vegetative to a reproductive or flowering stage. Many times this means cutting the hay earlier than normal. Of course, the challenge of cutting hay in the spring in Kentucky is our wet weather. However, we often get a string of good days with good sun and dry weather in late April and early May. Being ready to cut early when the weather allows is extremely helpful. Using legumes, especially the tall ones like red clover and alfalfa, provide high yields and will add nitrogen to the soil over time. They're higher in protein and energy than grasses and continue to yield well in the summer when many of our cool season grasses are suffering from the heat. Research shows that red clover in particular is good at minimizing the adverse effects animals get from consuming too much toxic endophyte infected tall fescue. Tedding and raking are integral parts of harvesting, but if you ted or rake the hay when it's too dry, it can lead to leaf shatter. This hurts hay quality because the high quality nutrients are concentrated in the leaf. Making good hay means baling at the right moisture content and protecting hay from the weather. Proper moisture at baling will prevent heating and molding of stored hay. Covered storage structures are best for hay storage. If you don't have covered storage space, breaking the contact between the bale and the ground is important since most moisture enters the hay from soil contact. You can prevent moisture absorption by using materials such as old tire or crushed rock to elevate the hay off the ground. You can also wrap your hay in plastic, which will provide some protection from the rain. Hay should be as dry as possible before covering in plastic and should be fed out in the year it was made. After you've done a good job harvesting hay, remember to feed it efficiently to minimize losses. There are many methods of feeding hay, but the best ensure that there's minimal waste. Livestock tend to eat high-quality hay quickly, which also lowers waste. That's today's farm news. Join us each weekday at this time for the County Agent's Corner, a service of the Bull, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer County UK Extension offices.
There you go. That's Linda McClanahan with the County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Linda, before you go, I've got some random facts that you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Linda, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, good. Fact number one, Linda. A study in 2020 found that up to 30 million workers in the United States had the skills to realistically move to a new job that paid on average of 70% more than their current jobs. They just didn't realize it or didn't know those jobs existed or maybe didn't want to move. They were fine and happy where they were, but 70% more pay increase than their current jobs. 30 million workers had that skill set. Interesting. Number two, in Delaware, a marriage can be annulled if one or both people did it as a part of a game of truth or dare. But in their legal code, it's referred to as, quote, jest or dare. But if you dared someone to marry another person and they went through with it, that marriage can be annulled in Delaware for that reason. Strange fact. Number three, the most used 7-letter word in English is the word between. The most used 8-letter word in English is the word children. The most used 9-letter word is different. And the most used 10-letter word is government. Now, I'm not sure what's the most used 4-letter word, but I'm sure I can't say it on the radio regardless of what it is. Yeah. Number four, Vincent van Gogh was named after his stillborn brother. 1 year before he was born, his parents had a child named Vincent who died during birth. And that's how Vincent van Gogh got his name. And number five, cannibalism is illegal in Idaho, has a maximum sentence of 14 years, unless you had to eat someone, quote, under extreme life-threatening conditions as the only apparent means of survival, which at that point, it's okay. Although I would say, if you in Idaho, like there's not just the crime of cannibalism, right? Like, because you're not just going around just like taking a bite out of somebody, eating them. Like there's another crime that would have to go into that for you to be committing the crime of cannibalism to begin with.
Right.
Yes. So you get the maximum sentence of 14 years just for that crime, but there's going to be some other things that go into that. So it's not like you get out in 14 years because of that. So never thought we'd be on that topic this morning, but you never know where random facts take you. Linda, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again on Wednesday, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, bye, Linda. Linda McClanahan, County Agent's Corner, is brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 7:45 in the morning. And heading towards 8 o'clock, Jeff Jewell, Danville Boyle County Chamber of Commerce, is expected to come on here next.
Hey, folks, Cliffhead Irvin with Irvin Group Realtors and Auctioneers in Lancaster. We proudly support our home team Lions on the field and off. If you are looking to buy, sell, or auction your property, no one sells it better. Our professional agents can help you navigate the home buying or selling process while taking the stress off of you. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at irvingroup.com.
The Irvin Group Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
As a parent, you do everything possible to protect your children and keep them safe. Vaccinated children are less likely to get COVID, but if they do, their symptoms are milder. COVID-19 vaccines are free, safe, and available to anyone 6 months or older. Go to vaccines.gov and enter your zip code for locations to get a free COVID-19 vaccine. This message sponsored by this station, the Kentucky Primary Care Association, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and supported by Health Resources and Services Administration grant funding.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. In the NFL Sunday, defending AFC champion Cincinnati went to Buffalo and beat the Bills and the snowy weather 27-10 to advance to the AFC championship game for the second year in a row. The Bengals offense and defense were both clicking early as they jumped out to a 14-0 lead in the first quarter. Last night, San Francisco held off Dallas 19-12 in the NFC semifinals. Saturday, Kansas City topped Jacksonville 27-20 as Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes suffered a high ankle sprain but played to the end. Philadelphia wore out the New York Giants 38-7. Here are this Sunday's conference championship matchups at 3 o'clock in the NFC. The 49ers are at the Eagles. At 6:30 in the AFC, the Bengals visit the Chiefs. Kentucky basketball knocked off Texas A&M Saturday afternoon, 76-67 for their third straight win in conference play. It was the Aggies' first loss in the SEC. Cats trailed by 2.5 after Oscar Tshiebwe got into foul trouble and didn't score until the second half. He finished with 7 points and 17 rebounds. Antonio Reeves came off the bench to score 23 points and hit 5 threes. Jacob Toppin had 17. C.J. Frederick scored 12, and Cason Wallace had 11 points and 4 assists. UK is in Nashville tomorrow night to face Vanderbilt at 9 on Z105. Yesterday in college hoops, Temple upset number 1 Houston 56-55. Number 3 Purdue and number 15 UConn both won. The Center College women stayed unbeaten in the SAA by outscoring Birmingham Southern 120-110. The Lady Panthers are the third highest scoring team in Division III. Center men fell to Birmingham Southern 94-89. Hometown Radio brings you a girl-boy doubleheader tonight in high school basketball as Danville Christian Academy hosts Lincoln County. The girls tip off at 6. The boys around 7:40. DCA versus Lincoln County tonight on Z105. In other girls' action, Mercer County entertains Casey County at 7:30 on WHBN FM 99.5. All these games stream at hometownlive.net. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language in as little as 3 weeks? Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres?
Babbel's interactive lessons are created by real language teachers and voiced by real native speakers using a modern conversation-based method. So in no time, you can start speaking confidently about real-life topics in another language.
Nosotras vamos a México en 2 días y ahora hablamos español. Gracias, Babbel. Sí, muchas gracias.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is a place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too. Braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I line. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's, where everyone in the family is certified something to taste for their taste buds. Cattleman's Roadhouse. Danville Bypass, great steak, truly is just a beginning. Cloudy skies today. Chance of some drizzle. A high up today to about 38. A low tonight of 28. Tomorrow sunny and a high of 47. Wednesday, rain showers are likely. Breezy day on Wednesday. And a high Wednesday of 50. Right now, it is 7:51 in the morning, and we are looking at 33 degrees here in Danville. 238-WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. And we'd love to have you on the radio this morning here on the Joe Show, 238-WHIR. We'll wait along and see if Jeff Jewell, the Danville Bull County Chamber of Commerce Executive Director, gives us a call in. In the world of absolute WHIR, those people who think they have it together because they're celebrities, but goodness gracious, how lost are they? Let's see what's going on in Hollywood. All right, let's start off with story. Jeremy Renner, the actor, broke over 30 bones in that snowplow accident on New Year's Day. He shared a photo of himself receiving medical attention to his legs. He said, quote, morning workouts, resolutions, all changed this particular New Year's, spawned from tragedy for my entire family, and quickly focused into uniting actionable love. I want to thank everyone for their messages and thoughtfulness for my family and I. These 30-plus broken bones will mend, grow stronger, just like the love and bond with family and friends deepen. Love and blessings to you all. He received comments from some of his Marvel co-stars. Chris Hemsworth said, quote, you're a champion, mate. We love you. And Chris Evans commented, quote, that's one tough dude. Has anyone ever checked in on the Snowcat? Sending so much love. Jeremy Renner. Tough accident. Pamela Anderson is coming out with a memoir called Love Pamela at the end of the month. In it, she alleges that Tim Allen flashed himself at her on the set of Home Improvement back in 1991. Now, at that time, she was 23, and he was 37. Pamela said, quote, on the first day of filming, I walked out of my dressing room, and Tim was in the hallway in his robe. He opened his robe and flashed me quickly, completely naked underneath. He said it was only fair because he had seen me naked. Now we're even, he said. I laughed uncomfortably. Well, Tim flat out denies that. He said, quote, no, it never happened. I would never do such a thing. Pam was on the show for 2 seasons. And Alec Baldwin isn't going to let a little thing like involuntary manslaughter charge interrupt his career. Rust will continue shooting, if you'll pardon the expression, and Alec is still in that. An attorney for the movie says the production will now have, quote, on-safety set supervisors and union crew members and will bar any use of working weapons or any ammunition. Baldwin and the movie's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, are now facing involuntary manslaughter charges. Assistant director Dave Halls agreed to plead guilty to a charge of negligent use of a deadly weapon. He allegedly handed the gun to Baldwin on the set and told him it was safe right before it went off, killing the cinematographer and wounding the director. That's what's going on in the celebrity news today. Rust will continue filming, yes, with Alec Baldwin. Pamela Anderson claims that Tim Allen flashed her on the set of Home Improvement. He completely denies that. And Jeremy Renner broke 30 bones in that snowplow accident. And that's what's going on out west in Hollywood. It's 7:55 in the morning. Danville County Chamber of Commerce Director Jeff Jewell joins us this morning here on the radio. Good morning, Jeff. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. I'm great. How are you doing? Fine.
Doing great, Jeff. Doing great. It's been a little bit since we talked. We had some of the holidays come in here on Mondays and flipping over to a new year. And glad to have you back on here, Jeff, on Monday mornings at this time and touching base with you. What's going on with the chamber? So, Jeff, give us some details. What do you got this week?
Well, we've got a lot of things coming up. Most of them are next week. Then next week. We've got a business after hours that starts on air. That's going to be from 4 to 6 on Thursday, the 2nd. And then we're going to turn right around, and on Friday morning, 3rd, we're going to have our brand new state senator down here, Amanda Bledsoe. She's coming down with Daniel Elliott, our longtime state rep. We're going to have a little coffee get-together meet and greet so Amanda can learn all about her community here.
Awesome. So that is, you said next week, Friday, February 3rd.
That's Friday, February 3rd, co-hosted at Intercounty Energy. And we'll have coffee and pastries from Dry Stack. And just a nice little meet and greet. And Amanda, I've met with her a couple times, our brand new state senator. We got redistricted. She's real interested in learning all about Boyle County and what our goals and desires are down here. So it was a really nice chance to meet her.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Now, Daniel, we have Daniel on every morning during session. We're going to get Amanda on as well to update us. So this is going to be a good time if you want to go out Friday the 3rd to actually meet Amanda. And we're familiar with Daniel. We'll meet Amanda face-to-face, shake her hand, to get to know her a little bit, and then get updates from her as well on the show, at least on a weekly basis, from Amanda Mays Bledsoe, our new senator. So a couple of chances for you to get in touch with her and get to know her a little bit better. So those 2 events are coming up next week on back-to-back days, you said, right?
That's correct. Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday. And what time is that meet and greet, the coffee with the legislature? What time is that going on?
That's 9 a.m. at Intercounty Energy.
9 o'clock in the morning. That is a week from Friday at Intercounty Energy. So that's what we got going on next week. Anything else, Jeff?
Well, coming up right before Valentine's Day, the Sunday before Valentine's Day, 12th, we're going to have a fun little basketball auction at Wacosa Notes. It's a fun thing where you come and sit on your favorite, I guess you call them local celebrities. You include me as a local celebrity.
I saw this on Facebook. So this is kind of a fun idea. So how is this going to work, Jeff? The bachelor auction.
So basically, what we do is we will pair a gentleman up, like say myself or like joining us, a couple of Stanford and news anchor friends, and they'll pair us up with a package. So like you'll just bid on steak dinner on the line for two and a date with me, quote unquote. One package, and then perhaps someone else will come with like a fun nice bowling out. And by the way, all of us guys don't have to take that. It's your husband, it's your brother. It's just a fun way to raise money. And maybe, you'll buy someone who always wanted to.
Okay, so cool. All right, so you're bidding on the experience, so to say, and you don't necessarily have to take the guy that you're bidding on as a date, but you can if you want. But if you want the actual experience, if you're married, you want to, you're engaged, you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, you want to take that person, then that's encouraged as well.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't want a nice dinner for two at a place like Copper Open on the line and steak?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And you want to take the guys.
There you go. Yeah, Joe with the Chamber of Commerce. That is Sunday, February the 12th, and that's going to be at La Casa Nostra there on Main Street. Jeff, if people have any questions, how can they get in touch with you?
The best way is drop me an email at jeff@danvilleboylechamber.com.
There is Jeff at danvilleboylechamber.com. Jeff, appreciate you being on, and we'll talk to you again next Monday. You have a great week, okay?
You too, Jeff.
Right. That's Jeff Jewell with the Chamber of Commerce. Appreciate him calling in. We'll talk with Jeff every Monday morning around this time here on WHIR. And again, we talk with Jeff nearly every Monday during 2022 when it wasn't a holiday or something, but with there being holidays, Christmas and New Year's, and I think he was maybe out on vacation 1 week as well. Just glad to have Jeff back on and updating us on what's going on in local business news of the Chamber of Commerce. Hey, we're hungry. Lunch is coming up in a couple of hours, and you're already thinking about maybe Melton's Deli? What about it? The turkey, bacon, and Swiss, number 6 on the Melton's Deli menu. You can get it at 247 East Main and 995 Ben Ally Drive. Lightly smoked turkey, Swiss cheese, crisp bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, and boiled glaze served in a buttery croissant. It's the turkey, bacon, and Swiss, number 6 on the Melton's Deli menu, 247 East Main, 995 Ben Ally Drive. Get it at Melton's Deli in Danville. Tell them you heard it on The Joe Show.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 2 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the Gift and Sweet Shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on 127. Open till late, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock. NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Biden is selecting Jeff Zients as his new chief of staff. It was first reported by the Washington Post. This move comes as current chief of staff Ron Klain is expected to step down in the coming weeks. The veteran political consultant's resignation would be the highest staffing shakeup in the Biden administration since taking over the White House 2 years ago. The man who police say shot 10 people to death and wounded at least 10 more inside a dance hall in Monterey Park, California on Saturday night is dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This man was one of his neighbors in Hemet, and he says he's stunned.
Just a nice guy. I mean, I'd see him riding his little small motorcycle in and out, and once in a while in his van, but he'd stop to pet your dog, and, everybody around here just thought he was just some quiet little guy,
Hemet police are searching the 72-year-old shooter's home inside a senior community. Hemet is about 80 miles from Monterey Park. Police have yet to determine a motive for the shooting. It's also unclear if those shot were targeted. Things are slowly getting back to normal for students and staff at a school in Newport News, Virginia, where a teacher was shot by a 6-year-old. Trey Thomas with more.
The teacher was shot by a 6-year-old boy at Rich Neck Elementary School earlier this month. Students have not returned to the building since the shooting happened. The school plans to host an orientation midweek for families, but no return date has been set as of yet. I'm Trey Thomas.
New York Congressman George Santos is back in New York and now facing more scrutiny in his home state. The embattled Long Island representative was met with hecklers when he landed at LaGuardia Airport on Saturday afternoon. Santos dodged questions from reporters regarding his claims that his mother died in the September 11, 2001 attacks on the World Trade Center. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
I'm a police officer. My 8-year-old always asks me, Dad, did you help people today? And most days, I do help people. But too often, I can't help people who make poor decisions, like texting and driving, or not bothering to wear a seatbelt. Be safe, Kentucky. Buckle up and put the phone down.
Paid with funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
The Kentucky Department for Community-Based Services is hiring. DCBS invites you to be part of an inclusive team of caring professionals that helps all Kentucky families through a rewarding career in family support or social services. They have job openings in their county offices across the state and offer great benefits like hybrid work schedule, competitive salary, paid holidays, and many opportunities for training and promotions, plus state employee discounts. Go online to chfs.ky.gov and enter DCBS jobs in the search field. It's a new day at DCBS. Join them, an equal opportunity employer MFD.
New York City will soon be using the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal to shelter incoming migrants. More from Scott Pringle.
Mayor Eric Adams says the city is at its breaking point and that it continues to surpass both a moral and legal obligation, with 41,000 asylum seekers arriving in the city since the spring. The mayor once again asking the state and the federal government for help.
Even with the temporary order in place at the border, we are still seeing large numbers that are coming, not only through buses, but through airports and other means.
Adams says the city will soon open another relief center, the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal. It'll house 1,000 single male migrants.
U.S. government phone app used by asylum seekers to cross into the United States is flooded with error messages. The facial recognition technology used to submit a photo to the apps has been particularly prone to error since it launched on January 12th. The Customs and Border Protection's One app is part of a series of border policy changes that has migrants applying for asylum before they arrive on U.S. soil. Splash Mountain at Disney World in Florida is now closed. Scott Carr reports.
The popular but now controversial water ride featured characters from the 1964 film Song of the South. First opening in 1992, but almost immediately drawing complaints that some of the characters perpetuated negative stereotypes. Plans were announced in 2020 to replace Splash Mountain with Tiana's Bayou Adventure, based on the 2009 animated movie The Princess and the Frog, which features Disney's first black princess. The new ride scheduled to open sometime next year.
Fans reacting to the return of Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin to New York's Highmark Stadium. Eric Anderson was thrilled for the team that he was there in support for the playoff game against the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday.
It's an absolute miracle. Could not be prouder or happier for him and his family and the Bills.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hello, this is Beth Coyle from your local medicine shop pharmacy. If you have a cough or cold, we have the relief. When suffering from a nasty cough or seasonal cold, the next best thing to a hot bowl of soup is a visit to your locally owned medicine shop pharmacy. We'll provide the comfort you are seeking by talking with you about your symptoms and recommending the proper over-the-counter medications to ease your discomfort. Plus, we will fill the cough and cold prescriptions prescribed by your doctor promptly and carefully. The medicine shop also provides many services that will help you out, like free delivery in Danville, free weekly medication packaging, and we will work with your insurance company to make sure you receive maximum benefits from your plan. Now, don't you feel better? Stop by today to discover a friendly, knowledgeable pharmacy staff that cares about you and your community. We have fast, friendly service in store. We also have free delivery in Danville, and you can order online at medicineshop.com. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 900 Houstonville Road in Danville. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Medicine Shop Pharmacy, caring beyond prescription.
Isaiah House provides holistic substance abuse treatment to help recovering addicts achieve sobriety for a lifetime.
You're looking for treatment, you're looking for help out there, and you're a woman, you can't do it by yourself. They will welcome you in with open arms and open hands right where you're at.
Kentucky Medicaid accepted for treatment. Call Isaiah Health Treatment Center today, 859-375-9200. Isaiah Health Treatment Center, real hope for addiction.
At Linux of Danville, we work with more than just trucks. From floor mats for your hybrid vehicle, shelving and lights for your work van, and even a huge for your SUV. At Linux of Danville, we work with all types of vehicles. No truck, no problem. Call us at 859-209-4033 or stop by at 935 Stanford Road and see how we can help you.
Good morning to you. It's Monday. It's January the 23rd. On our calendar, 33 degrees. The wind chill is at 24 right here in Danville. Forecast is coming your way. News is first. This is the Hometown Radio Network Information Update. Family members of a missing Kentucky woman say they've been in contact with Kentucky State Police after remains were found in Perryville on Friday. Friday evening, Kentucky State Police were called to a field off of Crane Road after someone found human remains. The family of Andrea Knable says they've been in contact with KSP since those remains were found. Knable was a Louisville native who was last seen in August of 2019. Her family says that she helped look for other missing people, and despite leads coming in on her location, she's never been found. On a Facebook page called Finding Andrea, operated by her sister, Erin, they stated that KSP has identified those remains as that of a woman who seems to have died anywhere between 3 to 5 years ago. They also stated that the dental records of Andrea's are similar to those found in the remains. Meanwhile, those remains were sent to the state medical examiner's office. Boyle County Solid Waste and Recycling hopes a new app will make it easier for people to know what they can and can't recycle. The new app is simply called Boyle County Recycling, and it's available for Apple and Android devices. The app has a feature where you can search any item that'll show you what to do with it. You can find out more information online at boylecountyky.gov. Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow. Among the items on the agenda includes an introduction to the new Planning and Zoning Director, Michaela Gary, Great American Brass Band Festival Director, Michael Peros, and a potential new Downtown Danville concert series. And the court will elect a judge pro tem, among many other items. It's tomorrow at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting will be live streamed on the Boyle County Media YouTube channel as well. Lincoln County Fiscal Court has named the interim Parks and Rec Director as the new full-time director. Casey Bandura had been the interim director of the Lincoln County Parks and Rec Department since June, and for the last fiscal court meeting, Bandura was named the full-time director by the Lincoln County Fiscal Court. Bandura is a Lincoln County native and a recent graduate of Union College. She oversaw baseball, softball, soccer, and football, as well as helping spearhead the first ever fall baseball and softball seasons. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
No need to worry where you can dispose of your deep fryer cooking oil. Used cooking oil is accepted at Ghost Pike Convenience Center for all Boyle County residents. Waste cooking oil collected is recycled into biodiesel fuel. The Ghost Pike Convenience Center is open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 5.
Boyle County's our home. Let's keep it clean.
Hey folks, this is Duke Owens, General Manager here at Cartown Kia. Home with $88 down delivered. Do you have a job taking home $350 a week? Well, if you do, we have over 20 lenders who want to approve you. This 2016 Chevrolet Equinox, or this 2015 Hyundai Sonata, or this 2015 Hyundai Tucson, your choice, $88 down, $199 a month. Come to Cartown Kia or visit CartownKiaUSA.com.
Example, 2016 Chevy Equinox, 2015 Hyundai Sonata, 2015 Hyundai Tucson. Only select in-stock makes and models. With approved credit, $88 down payment, $199 per month. Plus tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees. Separate prior sale. Also last. Price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal over at Cattleman's, where everyone in the family is sure to find something to tasteify their taste buds. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass. A great steak truly is just the beginning. You get cloudy skies today, chance of some drizzle up until about 11 o'clock this morning. High today up near 40, low of 28. Tomorrow mostly sunny, 47. Wednesday, rain showers and a high of 50. Right now, it's 8:11 in the morning. It's 33 degrees here in Danville. 238-WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. Let's take a look at what's going on in this morning's sports report. And we now know that there are 4 NFL Conference Championship matchups are set. Here's a recap of this weekend's divisional games. On Saturday night, Chiefs 27, Jaguars 20. The fairy tale Jaguar season came to an end, though they didn't go quietly. Patrick Mahomes was able to return after suffering an ankle injury, but Chad Henne was able to keep his team in control, throwing the second of 2 touchdown passes. Travis Kelce to get the Chiefs ahead 27-20, the final score of that one. By the way, Bengals fans, Mahomes is expected to play on Sunday. In the NFC division round, the Eagles dropped the hammer and showed why they're still the number one seed in the NFC. Philly went into halftime up by 4 touchdowns, and the Giants never skipped an opening. With 268 total rushing yards, the Eagles' ground game and defense were true stars in that one. Then you go into yesterday's action in the early afternoon game. This one was all Bengals on both sides of the ball. Buffalo had the emotional edge, the home field advantage. Since his patchwork O-line, they did it in the trenches after Bengals fans were terrified of what that O-line would look like. They doubted the O-line. The O-line said, not so fast, my friend. They protected Joe Burrow. They allowed Joe Mixon space to run. Jamar Chase caught a touchdown, and the Bengals won 27-10. He probably should have had a second touchdown as well. I like what someone said on Twitter. If the running back or the quarterback crosses the goal line with the football, if even 1 centimeter of that ball crosses the goal line, it's counted as a touchdown. But a wide receiver has to catch the ball, complete the catch, go into the stands, order a hot dog, all while he still has the football in his hands for it to be considered a touchdown. Either way, didn't affect the score. Bengals do win 27-10. I guess it affected the score, didn't affect the outcome. 27-10, the final score, Bengals over the Bills. In the nightcap, through one half, this one was all about defense with a block kick after a Dallas touchdown that had many Cowboys fans thinking, here we go again. Fortunately, Brett Maher was able to put 2 field goals through to take away some of that heat. And as far as the outcome, that didn't matter much. Christian McCaffrey found the end zone in the fourth quarter to seal the game, put the Niners ahead where they stayed 19-12, the final score over the Cowboys. San Francisco 49ers. Speaking of San Fran, let's continue that talk as we look at the sort of sports report. The Niners are an interesting little, I don't call it a predicament. It's a good predicament to have, I guess. They have a lot of quarterbacks, and teams need quarterbacks. And the meteoric rise of Brock Purdy in San Francisco has many thinking he's the quarterback of the future. Mike Silver of the San Francisco Chronicle has evolved from Mr. Irrelevant to Mr. Right in the eyes of head coach Kyle Shanahan. A couple of sources, anonymous ones, say that Purdy has surpassed Trey Lance for that 2023 starting job, and nothing going into training camp will change that. See how that works out. In the NBA, if you're a 3-time NBA All-Star, what would you drive? Well, if you're a Luka Doncic, you lay out over $250K in a vehicle, a Hellfire Apocalypse truck. After seeing the videos on TikTok, Apocalypse said Doncic reached out to them directly. Now he owns the most fully loaded Hellfire ever built with thermal and night vision cameras, a locomotive 5-blast train horn, a nitrous kit, 850 horsepower, and a built-in safe. Oh, and a 10K watt custom audio system. Back to the NFL, there's been lots of speculation as to where Sean Payton might land if and when he goes back to the NFL head coaching game. NFL senior reporter Albert Greer has a different take, and it's that Payton won't come back at all next year. While saying that it seems day-to-day, Greer's thought is that Payton's decision will come down to geography and quarterback, which would take both Denver and Arizona out of play. Houston, however, could be a possibility because he could choose his own QB and has draft picks to play with. Okay. That's Albert Breer, and that's what's going on in this morning's Sort of Sports Report.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. In the NFL Sunday, defending AFC champion Cincinnati went to Buffalo and beat the Bills and the snowy weather 27-10 to advance to the AFC championship game for the second year in a row. The Bengals' offense and defense were both clicking early as they jumped out to a 14-0 lead in the first quarter. Last night, San Francisco held off Dallas 19-12 in the NFC semifinals. Saturday, Kansas City topped Jacksonville 27-20 as Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes suffered a high ankle sprain but played to the end. Philadelphia wore out the New York Giants 38-7. Here are this Sunday's conference championship matchups at 3 o'clock in the NFC. The 49ers are at the Eagles. At 6:30 in the AFC, the Bengals visit the Chiefs. Kentucky basketball knocked off Texas A&M Saturday afternoon, 76-67 for their third straight win in conference play. It was the Aggies' first loss in the SEC. Cats trailed by 2.5 after Oscar Tshiebwe got into foul trouble and didn't score until the second half. He finished with 7 points and 17 rebounds. Antonio Reeves came off the bench to score 23 points and hit 5 threes. Jacob Toppin had 17, C.J. Frederick scored 12, and Cason Wallace had 11 points and 4 assists. UK is in Nashville tomorrow night to face Vanderbilt at 9 on Z105. Yesterday in college hoops, Temple upset number 1 Houston 56-55. Number 3 Purdue and number 15 UConn both won. The Center College women stayed unbeaten in the SAA by outscoring Birmingham Southern 120-110. The Lady Panthers are the third highest scoring team in Division III. Center men fell to Birmingham Southern 94-89. Hometown Radio brings you a girl-boy doubleheader tonight in high school basketball as Danville Christian Academy hosts Lincoln County. The girls tip off at 6. The boys around 7:40. DCA versus Lincoln County tonight on Z105. In other girls' action, Mercer County entertains Casey County at 7:30 on WHBN FM 99.5. All these games stream at hometownlive.net. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
The Parthenon Greek American eats, dine in or take out. Fresh from our family. Fresh Mediterranean and American. A gathering place, always a treat. Specialty gyros, great burgers and fries. Whatever you're craving will satisfy. The Parthenon Greek American eats, dine in or take out. Fresh from our family.
In Danville on Lexington Avenue. Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
Here's a simple truth about higher education. If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. From 6-week certificates to 2 or 4-year degrees. There's an option for you. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at 315 Delahaye. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. That's 236-2299, Danville Auto Body Shop. All right, slight chance of some rain up until about 11 o'clock this morning. It is beginning to pass through, however. May see a pop-up here and there, but no issue with that. A high today, 38. Low tonight, 28. Tomorrow, sunny and 47. Wednesday, showers and a high of 50. Right now, it is, 33 degrees. I got all kinds of numbers in front of me. 33 degrees here in Danville. 238 WHIR, 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the radio this morning here on the Joe Show. We got ourselves a new world record to talk about. Let's get to it.
You believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable! I don't believe what I just saw!
I don't either, and it's National Pie Day today, which is really about things like apple pie, but we couldn't ignore a story about the biggest pizza pie of all time. Oh, man. Pizza Hut announced that they just broke a world record last week for the biggest pizza ever. Just under 14,000 square feet. It's the equivalent of 68,000 slices. They assembled this on the floor of the LA Convention Center and used a bank of heaters to cook it from above. It took about 48 hours start to finish. It clocked in at 13,990 square feet. Here's what went into this pizza: 13,653 pounds of dough, under 5,000 pounds of sauce, over 8,800 pounds of cheese, and more than 630,000 slices of pepperoni. It wasn't actually a Pie Day thing. They did it to promote the new Big New Yorker pizza from the 90s, which is now coming back on February 1st. Pizza Hut says they made sure the 68,000 slices didn't go to waste. They donated all that pizza to charities in LA. National Pie Day is today. Pizza Pie Day was on Friday for Pizza Hut as they broke a world record with a 14,000 square foot pizza. It's 8:22 in the morning. 238 WHIR is the phone number to call in, 238-9447. Love to have you on the radio this morning as we take a look at what's gone on this date, January 23rd, in rock and roll pop and R&B history. On this date, that's made this date a date to remember. There we go. As we take a look down the timeline. Starts off on this date in 1975, the TV show Barney Miller officially debuted on ABC TV. Barney Miller debuted on this date, 1975. On this date, 1975, I guess we're going backward here. It was on this date, 1973, so we go 2 years back. President Nixon announced an accord had been reached to end the Vietnam War. Here's a clip of Nixon speaking about the withdrawal of troops from Vietnam. That happened on this date, 1973. 10 years later, on this date, 1983, this TV show premiered on NBC. Recognize this music? Part of the theme song to the Anthem. On this date, 1983. It was on this date, 1999, a federal judge ordered Monica Lewinsky to submit to an interview sought by House prosecutors in President Clinton's impeachment trial. The same day, President Clinton lied and assured his cabinet during a meeting that he was innocent and urged them to concentrate on their jobs. It was on this date in 2018, LeBron James became the seventh and youngest at 33 years, 24 days to reach the 30,000 NBA point milestone during a 114-102 loss to San Antonio. 30,000 points, and now he's on the verge of passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most points all time. Absolutely. And if you're looking now at the numbers, LeBron, based on his career scoring average of 27.2 points per game, would need 8 more games to break the all-time record set by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and the NBA's scoring mark. Wow, it was on this date in history. In the year 2018, Neil Diamond announced he was officially retiring from touring after being diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. And it was on this date in 2019, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi disinvited President Trump from making a State of the Union address in Congress, citing the government shutdown. Here's a clip of President Trump saying that Pelosi canceled the State of the Union. And that's what's gone on this day, January 23rd. That's made this date a date to remember. 33 degrees right now. Wind chill is at 24 here in Danville as we are heading towards our 8:30 bottom hour news with the Kentucky News Network.
Car Express Wash. Don't drive dirty. Unlimited wash memberships are the best way to take care of your car. Save money and wash for as little as $1 a day at Car Express Wash. Free vacuums with every paid visit. Undercarriage blasters are available on all washes, family plans, fleet accounts, veterans and first responder discounts. Ask about their discount and loyalty cards. Car Express Wash, Danville Bypass, Big Blue Building. Car Express Wash. Don't drive dirty. Car Express Wash.
Download a sheet wave for the dunk. Hi, it's Tom Leach. Join me and the Goose, Wildcat Hall of Famer Jack Gibbons, for Kentucky basketball all season long. And tune in Dave Baker and two-time national champ Cameron Mills for our Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Tip-Off coverage. It starts 90 minutes before game time on the UK Sports Network. It's all right here on this UK Sports Network station. Your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ FM C105. Go Cats!
Dunn's Barbecue, offering chicken wings. You asked for them, we got them. Barbecue, buffalo, Creole Parmesan, breaded or naked, as well as our famous pulled pork barbecue, brisket, grilled chicken, ribs, homemade sides, located in Harrisburg at 726 K Run. So call 734-3675 for your free delivery to Danville, Harrisburg, or Bergen. Dunn's Barbecue is open Tuesday through Saturday, located on Kane Run in Harrisburg, and for free delivery, takeout, and dine-in.
Some love him and some hate him, but everybody listens to Sean Hannity weekdays at 3 and Saturdays at 10 on AM 1230 WHIR.
Hey, 20 in the morning, 238 WHIR. The phone number this morning to call in. We'd love to have you on the show, 238-9447. Ivana Trump's will reportedly left a $1 million condo to her ex-nanny. Wow. And managed to get our hands on the audio of this. Here it is, Ivana Trump's will. All right, coming up at 8:30, KNN News. We'll see what's going on in Grub Gab, the world of food this morning as well, and see what's up there. We'll see what's gone on this day, January 23rd, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. And about an hour from now, Ben Grant back on the air with us for a senior moment with the Gathering Place. Tonight, we have 3 games on the Hometown Radio Network, 6 o'clock and 7:30 for the girl-boy doubleheader between DCA and Lincoln County. We'll have those games over on Z105, WRNZ FM. Those will be live from DCA. And then at 7:30 tonight, the Mercer County girls are in action, and we'll have that game with Gary True, your voice of the Lady Titans and Titan basketball, on our Harrodsburg station, 99.5 FM, WHBN. It's 8:30. Here's KNN News taking us to the bottom hour.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Whether or not the human remains discovered in Boyle County last week are those of a missing Louisville woman may be released by the Kentucky State Medical Examiner's Office sometime today. Kentucky State Police say the remains were removed by the Boyle County coroner and sent Friday to the State Medical Examiner. Andrea Nabel has been missing since August of 2019. The Kentucky State Police have a big announcement.
Kentucky State Police will soon implement the Motorola M500 integrated system, which includes a body-worn camera, audio recording device, and in-car video with high-definition cameras.
It is rugged, durable, and the in-car system integrates seamlessly with cameras in the front and rear-facing passenger compartment of the patrol vehicle. We hope to deploy the system in marked vehicles by the end of 2023 or sooner.
KSP Commissioner Colonel Philip Burnett Jr. says the new system will be distributed to about 780 sworn personnel. I'm Haley Hansen.
Hazardous weather may be coming to central Kentucky later this week. The National Weather Service says wintry precipitation is possible Tuesday night into Wednesday, but isn't sure if it'll be rain, snow, or a mix of the two. Among the cities as part of the warning are Frankfort and Lexington. As for this morning, forecasters are warning of falling temperatures and a lingering wintry mix that could make for slippery commutes in some areas. If you paid your taxes to the state of Kentucky last week, look to see if you're charged twice. The state's Department of Revenue says a private vendor double charged some taxpayers on Wednesday. The state says nearly
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Are you tired of high?
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language in as little as 3 weeks? Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres?
Babbel's interactive lessons are created by real language teachers and voiced by real native speakers using a modern conversation method. So in no time, you can start speaking confidently about new life topics in a new language.
Estamos en México en 2 días y ahora hablamos español. Gracias, Babbel. Sí, muchas gracias.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Family members of a missing Kentucky woman say they've been in contact with Kentucky State Police after remains were found in Perryville on Friday. Friday evening, Kentucky State Police were called to a field off of Crane Road after someone found human remains. The family of Andrea Knable says they've been in contact with KSP since those remains were found. Knable was a Louisville native who was last seen in August of 2019. Her family says that she helped look for other missing people, and despite leads coming in on her location, she has never been found. On a Facebook page called Finding Andrea, operated by her sister Erin, they stated that KSP has identified those remains as that of a woman who seems to have died anywhere between 3 to 5 years ago. They also stated that the dental records of Andrea's are similar to those found in the remains. Meanwhile, those remains were sent to the state medical examiner's office. Boyle County Solid Waste and Recycling hopes a new app will make it easier for people to know what they can and can't recycle. The new app is simply called Boyle County Recycling, and it's available for Apple and Android devices. The app has a feature where you can search any item that'll show you what to do with it. You can find out more information online at boylecountyky.gov. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow. Among the items on the agenda includes an introduction to the new Planning and Zoning Director, Michaela Gary, Great American Brass Band Festival Director Michael Peros on a potential new Downtown Danville concert series, and the court will elect a judge pro tem, among many other items. It's tomorrow at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting will be live streamed on the Boyle County Media YouTube channel as well. The Lincoln County Fiscal Court has named the interim Parks and Rec Director as the new full-time director. Casey Bandura had been the interim director of the Lincoln County Parks and Rec Department since June, and for the last fiscal court meeting, Bandura was named the full-time director by the Lincoln County Fiscal Court. Bandura is a Lincoln County native and a recent graduate of Union College. She oversaw baseball, softball, soccer, and football, as well as helping spearhead the first ever fall baseball and softball seasons. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
At Don Franklin Family of Dealerships, save thousands all month long on over 4,500 new and used vehicles from any of our 23 locations. We have the largest selection in Kentucky. Choose from any brand at any time at DonFranklinAuto.com. We offer easy financing and free delivery of any vehicle to the closest Don Franklin location near you. Don Franklin, Nicholasville, Mitsubishi. Don Franklin Family of Dealerships, celebrating 50 years of respect and trust. Visit DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, Nicholasville, Mitsubishi.
Steered Straight is a 17-year proven program that teaches the reality of drugs and devises a prevention message the Boyle County students implement themselves within each of their schools. The purpose of this program is to reach youth and young adults through motivational speaking, life-sharing seminars, and interactive curriculum. Each student receives 3 drug education booklets on marijuana, alcohol, and drugs. Always a leader in Kentucky, the Boyle County school system where kids come first.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the auto owners insurance company. Call Mark or Chris, and we'd love to give you a free quote. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. Cloudy skies and rain showers and flurries today. A high of 38, a low tonight of 28. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 47. Now, rain showers tomorrow night into Wednesday. Wednesday looks like, I'm looking down the rest of the week, it's going to be the warmest day of the week, but a very good chance a lot of rain showers come in here Wednesday. Right now, it's 8:38. It's 33 degrees. The wind chill is at 26 here in Danville. What's going on with Pim this morning? Wedding planning with Pim.
Hi, I'm Pim Stewart-Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. Today, we're talking about the 4 C's. Not caterers, cakes, credit cards, and checks, but color, cut, clarity, and carat. We're talking about engagement rings. If your groom is a traditional kind of guy and selected your engagement ring without your input, he's already been introduced to the world of diamonds. We'll start with color. Diamonds come in colors ranging from pure white to yellow. The pure white ones are considered the most valuable and are graded as D, with the variations from there indicated with letters continuing down the alphabet. Cut. You'll want your diamond to sparkle, and the cut of your diamond can affect its radiance. The cut depends on the skill of the artisan who creates the diamond shape, so inspect different shapes of diamond cuts in a variety of settings before making your decision. Clarity. The tiny flaws inside your diamond are also graded. Flaws may be internal, called inclusions, or external, called blemishes. Look through the jeweler's viewfinder, and he can point out the defects in the diamond you're considering for purchase. Carat is the C you hear about most often. It's the size of the diamond that reflects the carat weight. Larger diamonds cost more, but the other 3 C's affect the pricing too. My love note, personalizing your rings adds even more significance. Ask your jeweler about engraving them well before the wedding.
My doctor told me my blood pressure is borderline. I figured I could worry about it or do something about it. So I took control with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula. It works safely and naturally to help maintain healthy blood pressure with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's odor-free. I'm taking charge with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Car Express Wash. Don't drive dirty. Unlimited wash memberships are the best way to take care of your car. Save money and wash for as little as $1 a day at Car Express Wash. Free vacuums with every paid visit. Undercarriage blasters are available on all washes, family plans, fleet accounts, veterans and first responder discounts. Ask about their discount and loyalty cards. Car Express Wash, Danville Bypass, Big Blue Building. Car Express Wash. Don't drive dirty. Car Express Wash.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Let's see what's going on in this morning's Grub Gab, the world of food. Just eat it. All right, starting off with Wendy's. By overwhelming popular demand, Wendy's fan favorite Vanilla Frosty is back on the menu at participating locations. Wendy's Vanilla Frosty is a sweet, cool, and creamy dessert that combines milk and vanilla flavoring with other natural ingredients to deliver a soft serve like frozen treat. Wendy's temporarily not to say disbanded, but went away with the Vanilla Frosty from menus last summer to introduce the Strawberry Frosty, which was then in turn replaced by the Peppermint Frosty in November. Just like other Frosty varieties, the Vanilla Frosty comes in junior, small, medium, and large. Prices range from 89 cents to $1.89. The Vanilla Frosty is available at participating Wendy's locations nationwide as a permanent menu item, at least for now. Hey, McDonald's is offering 2 breakfast sandwiches for $4.69 as their latest value play for a limited time at select locations nationwide. As a part of the 2 for $4.69 deal, you can mix and match any 2 of the following select breakfast sandwiches for less than $5. The sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle, the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, and the sausage McMuffin with egg. You can find the breakfast sandwiches deal at select McDonald's restaurants across the country for a limited time. Baskin-Robbins invites soon-to-be moms and dads to celebrate their baby's gender reveal with the launch of 3 brand new ice cream cakes: the Oreo Cookie Oh Baby ice cream cake, the What's the Scoop gender reveal, and the Heart Scoops gender reveal cake. The Oreo Cookie Oh Baby ice cream cake features a layer of either pink or blue frosting to reveal if the baby is a boy or a girl when it's sliced. The cake is decorated with golden Oreo cookie ice cream sandwiches made with cotton candy ice cream, sprinkle infused frosting, and a flash Oh Baby on top topper. The What's the Scoop features a layer of either pink or blue frosting to reveal if the baby's a boy or a girl. And the Heart Scoops gender reveal cake also features a layer of pink or blue frosting designed to reveal if the baby is a girl or a boy when you slice into it. All 3 gender reveal ice cream cakes can be customized with your favorite cake and ice cream flavors and are available now at participating Baskin-Robbins locations nationwide. Baskin-Robbins gender reveal cakes. McDonald's offering 2 for $4.69 mix and match. And Wendy's bringing back the Vanilla Frosty. That's what's going on in Grub Gab, the world of food. Just eat it. All right, it's 8:44 in the morning. We see what's going on in this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Coming up next.
Restrictions apply. See website for details and safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. In the NFL Sunday, defending AFC champion Cincinnati went to Buffalo and beat the Bills and the snowy weather 27-10 to advance to the AFC championship game for the second year in a row. The Bengals offense and defense were both clicking early as they jumped out to a 14-0 lead in the first quarter. Last night, San Francisco held off Dallas 19-12 in the NFC semifinals. Saturday, Kansas City topped Jacksonville 27-20 as Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes suffered a high ankle sprain but played to the end. Philadelphia wore out the New York Giants 38-7. Here are this Sunday's conference championship matchups. At 3 o'clock in the NFC, the 49ers are at the Eagles. At 6:30 in the AFC, the Bengals visit the Chiefs. Kentucky basketball knocked off Texas A&M Saturday afternoon, 76-67 for their third straight win in conference play. It was the Aggies' first loss in the SEC. Cats trailed by 2.5 after Oscar Tshiebwe got into foul trouble and didn't score until the second half. He finished with 7 points and 17 rebounds. Antonio Reeves came off the bench to score 23 points and hit 5 threes. Jacob Toppin had 17. C.J. Frederick scored 12, and Cason Wallace had 11 points and 4 assists. UK is in Nashville tomorrow night to face Vanderbilt at 9 on Z105. Yesterday in college hoops, Temple upset number 1 Houston 56-55. Number 3 Purdue and number 15 UConn both won. The Center College women stayed unbeaten in the SAA by outscoring Birmingham Southern 120-110. The Lady Panthers are the third highest scoring team in Division III. Center men fell to Birmingham Southern 94-89. Hometown Radio brings you a girl-boy doubleheader tonight in high school basketball as Danville Christian Academy hosts Lincoln County. The girls tip off at 6. The boys around 7:40. DCA versus Lincoln County tonight on Z105. In other girls' action, Mercer County entertains Casey County at 7:30 on WHBN FM 99.5. All these games stream at hometownlive.net. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Sutton Pharmacy in Lancaster is your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Local people serving Garrett and surrounding counties with the latest innovations and services, including multi-based pill packaging, immunizations, monitoring interactions of all your medications, and wellness classes. Call 792-4611 or go online to suttonrx.com. Visit Sutton Pharmacy in Lancaster at 330 West Maple Avenue. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. 3 games tonight on the Hometown Radio Network, starting off at Danville Christian Academy, where DCA hosts Lincoln County in a girl-boy district doubleheader. 6 o'clock for the girls' game. The boys' game will follow. Those games on Z105. Casey County is at Mercer County girls basketball tonight, 7:30 tip-off on 99.5 FM WHBN. And all games streamed live online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends. They're hanging out over at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them 859-519-6382, and that's how you get in touch with ADA Heating and Air. Cloudy skies, there's some rain hanging around here today as well. A high today 38, a low tonight of 28. Tomorrow mostly sunny, a high of 47. And on Wednesday, rain showers and a high of 50. Breezy, windy day on Wednesday, chance of rain as well. Right now it's 8:50 in the morning, 33 degrees. Wind chill is at 26 here in Danville. 238 WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning. 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the radio. Starts off on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. This date, 1948, where Anita Pointer was born. You got to know that last name, Pointer. Singer with the American R&B singing group called the Pointer Sisters. Anita Pointer and the Pointer Sisters. I'm so excited with this one. The Pointer Sisters have won 3 Grammy Awards, had 13 U.S. top 20 hits between 1973 and 1975. She got a cancer in December of last year, actually. It was about a month ago. At the age of 74. You was on this rock and roll pop and R&B music history in the year 1965. This song right here made this artist the first female singer from the United Kingdom to have a #1 single on the U.S. charts. Since 1952, it had been 13 years since a female artist from the UK had a #1 on the U.S. chart. Sheila Clark, Downtown. Song is also number 2 in the UK, recorded in 3 takes. And it wasn't even the third take they took, it was the second take that they said, you know what, the second was the best one. Session players from the studio recording included Jimmy Page that day. In 1965, Petula Clark became the first UK female singer in 13 years to have a #1 hit in the U.S. chart. Downtown, Petula Clark, and it was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. You know what? Actually, let's do 4 of them today. We usually do 3. Let's do 4. It was on this date, 1971. This song went to #1. If we can get it playing here. Here we go. I always felt like, I'm a big Beatles fan. I love the Beatles. I would argue Abbey Road is the greatest rock and roll album ever. But I always felt like George Harrison was the most forgotten Beatle. Not that he was forgotten, but when you have John and Paul, obviously those two are going to be #1. And then Ringo was Ringo, right? And everybody knew Ringo. Most bands, you don't know their drummer, but everybody knew Ringo. And so it just felt like to me George was not forgotten about, but he was #4 out of 4. Maybe that's just in my own mind. And so it was on this day, 1971. George Harrison became the first solo Beatle to have a #1 when My Sweet Lord went at the top of the UK singles chart. Came from his album All Things Must Pass, which stayed at #1 for 5 weeks. The track returned to the top of the UK charts in 2002 following his death. George Harrison on this date, 1971. Maybe I'm wrong on that. That's just how I always felt. Not that I ever felt bad for George, because, he still did his thing, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And it was on this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1988. This artist went to #1 on the U.S. singles charts. Let me stop the George Harrison song for a second. On this date in 1988, this artist went #1 on the U.S. charts with this song. The Way You Make Me Feel, Michael Jackson. It was the 3rd single from Jackson's 7th studio album called Bad, for which Jackson had written over 60 songs for the album. So, yeah, he wrote 60 songs for this album. He actually planned to release a 3-disc album for the album Bad, but producer Quincy Jones convinced Jackson to make Bad a 1-disc LP. I'm not saying it was a good idea or a bad idea, but why not save some of the other songs for another CD? And then you can make more money. That's the way I see it. But Michael Jackson was obviously a superstar. I'd let him do whatever he wanted. Michael Jackson in this day, 1988, was at number 1. Michael Jackson, George Harrison, Petula Clark, Anita Pointer have all made their mark on this day, January 23rd, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music.
At Subtle Street Care, we salute the beauty of the great outdoors. And for those times when the great outdoors isn't so beautiful, you don't have to worry. At Subtle Street Care, we do it all. We help protect your trees from damage in high winds and storms, even tree and stump removal, land clearing, brush trimming. Let Subtle Street Care take a look at your property. If there's a tree that could be a problem, we'll let you know and take care of it before the problem happens. At Subtle Street Care, you get the best for less. Affordable, expert tree and brush trimming, cabling to reduce stress damage on your tree from high winds, weight from ice and snow, and heavy foliage. At Subtle Street Care, we're your neighbors. We live here. We're a licensed, insured, locally owned business, a family that's been taking care of your land for over 30 years. The great outdoors. It's beautiful. At Subtle Street Care, we can help you keep it that way. Visit subtlestreetcare.com and let's take care of your trees and property before there's a problem. Subtle Street Care. Get the best for less.
Hi, this is Jenny, local owner of the Danville Nutrition Center, and we are making room for new products by clearancing out overstocked items. Save 20 to 40% off on select vitamins, herbs, and health and beauty products. We currently have hundreds of sale items, but it's while supplies last. So stop by the Nutrition Center soon to save. We are conveniently located at 802 South 4th Street, Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Big changes are coming to the HVAC industry.
The minimum efficiency rating of equipment is increasing nationwide.
Your HVAC system is more than 8 years old, or if you would like a quote on upgrading your current system, call ADA Heating and Air.
Upgrading to a new, more efficient system now will save you money immediately on your utility bill. No cost of new protection this in 2023.
Call ADA Heating and Air for a free estimate.
Get your engine running and talk NASCAR racing. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday evenings at 7, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
All right, it's 8:59 in the morning. 238 WHIR. We got coming up here at 9 o'clock hour. The Adcaster at 9:10 this morning. Buying, selling, swapping, trading, giving away in the Adcaster at 9:10. 9:35, Ben Garand with a Gathering Place. We'll be a part of the show this morning. We'll have Ben on, and we'll see what's going on with Ben and Gathering Place, the segment we call a senior moment. We'll have that on at 9:35. And let's give a shout out to these two birthday guys. Joe Mathis having a birthday. Joe was my Little League baseball coach. Actually, I guess it was Senior League baseball coach. And Joe Lamas having a birthday. Joe, hope you have a great birthday. And William Lane has a birthday today as well. Call them in. Join Joe and William, 238 WHIR, to be a part of the show this morning. It is 9 o'clock. Top Hour News is coming your way. And the Adcaster is after that.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky YMAX.
Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. A senior Democrat says President Biden shouldn't negotiate with Republicans on the debt ceiling. Appearing on CNN State of the Union, Illinois Senator Dick Durbin urged people to be wary of so-called GOP budget balancers when looking at the amount of debt accumulated during the Trump presidency.
When they enacted tax cuts for the wealthiest people of America during the Trump administration, they added dramatically to the national debt, which we are now facing. They need to face the responsibility of paying for it.
The U.S. reached its technical borrowing limit last week, but the Treasury Department says it will be able to pay the government's bills through June. The suspect in Saturday's deadly mass shooting in Southern California is dead, Mark Mayfield reports. A
Authorities identified the 72-year-old Asian man who they say opened fire near a Lunar New Year celebration at a dance studio in Monterey Park, leaving 10 people dead. At least 10 others were wounded. The suspect was found dead Sunday from a self-inflicted gunshot wound inside a white van after a standoff with police in Torrance. Authorities noted there were no outstanding suspects. Mark Field. Embattled New York Congressman George Santos is promising a surprise this week for journalists staking out his Washington, D.C. office. Sarah Lee Kessler reports.
That's what Santos tweeted Sunday night, giving no further hints about the surprise. The 34-year-old freshman greeted by hecklers Saturday when he flew into LaGuardia. He also dodged questions by reporters regarding lying about his mother being killed in the 2001 World Trade Center attack when records show she was living in Brazil at the time. Santos has been caught fabricating much of his life story, including college, his work history, and performing as a drag queen. He now admits to wearing women's clothes and makeup, but says he was young and just having fun at the time.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio. Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251.
Offers require credit application, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and auto pay. Restrictions apply. Offer details.
There's a price for the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up. That's our specialty. Even great smokers rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-549-TERM. 866-549-TERM. 866-549-TERM.
In Memphis, body camera footage, which reportedly shows what led to the death of a black man in police custody after a traffic stop this month in Tennessee, will soon be released to the public. Trey Thomas reports.
The family of Tyree Nichols will watch the video of what happened between him and Memphis police officers before it's released. Memphis Councilman Frank Colvette Jr. says he's been told the footage is disgusting. Nichols died in the hospital days after the January 7th incident, which happened after Nichols was pulled over for reckless driving. All 5 officers involved were fired on Friday. I'm Trey Thomas.
There are reports that former President Trump may walk away from his deal with the social media company that he founded. Rory O'Neill reports.
The 18-month deal that requires former President Trump to post messages to Truth Social 6 hours before any other site ends in June. And Rolling Stone magazine reports the exclusivity agreement may be allowed to expire. Meanwhile, Trump's suspended Twitter account was reinstated last fall, but he has not used it. His Facebook account is still under review. The social media platform will likely be a big part of Trump's 2024 campaign.
Avengers star Jeremy Renner is giving a health update after a New Year's Day snowplow incident sent him to the hospital for more than 2 weeks. Mark Mayfield with more.
He took to Instagram to thank fans for their support, as well as to reveal he broke 30-plus bones in the incident. Renner was crushed under a vehicle known as a snowcat while clearing snow from the driveway near his Nevada home. He went on to say that his focus was on growing stronger. The actor is known for playing superhero Archer Hawkeye in the Marvel movie and TV universe. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Before the opening bell on Wall Street, stock futures are on the rise. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
We spent $61 million on this World Economic Forum. Well, what did we learn this week beyond the fact that Al Gore thinks that the oceans are boiling and we have rain bombs out there in the world? We have former British Prime Minister Tony Blair saying there needs to be a global database for vaccinations. Hey, Tony, go jump in a lake. And we're paying for this crap. Why are we paying for this crap? We have one speaker calling for 1 billion people to stop eating meat for innovation in the environment. Meanwhile, they got 1,000 private jets there. I don't care about the private jet. You're not a hypocrite telling me not to eat meat. I eat paleo. All I eat is meat.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Do you have more than $50,000 saved for retirement that you can't afford to lose? Biden's pro-inflation White House sent billions to Ukraine, burying U.S. in national debt, while doing nothing to stop inflation and help our own country. Can your retirement survive crippling inflation and growing debt at the same time? If you have $50,000 or more saved for retirement, heed the warnings. Do something to protect yourself now. That's why right now, thousands of Americans are using an IRS loophole to protect their retirement savings from everything that's going on. So call 855-815-GOLD to get your free IRS loophole kit and see how you could protect your retirement savings while getting up to $10,000 in free silver for doing it. We could be looking at a future worse than 2008. So don't wait. Call Gold Code today. Call 855-815-GOLD. That's 855-815-GOLD.
Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they're offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice, along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of famous crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
Oh, good morning to you. It's Monday. It's January the 23rd. It's 33 degrees. Wind chill feels like 26 here in Danville. Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here first. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Family members of a missing Kentucky woman say they've been in contact with Kentucky State Police after remains were found in Perryville on Friday. Friday evening, Kentucky State Police were called to a field off of Crane Road after someone found human remains. The family of Andrea Knable says they've been in contact with KSP since those remains were found. Knable was a Louisville native who was last seen in August of 2019. Her family says that she helped look for other missing people, and despite leads coming in on her location, she has never been found. On a Facebook page called Finding Andrea, operated by her sister, Erin, they stated that KSP has identified those remains as that of a woman who seems to have died anywhere between 3 to 5 years ago. They also stated that the dental records of Andrea's are similar to those found in the remains. Meanwhile, those remains were sent to the state medical examiner's office. Boyle County Solid Waste and Recycling hopes a new app will make it easier for people to know what they can and can't recycle. The new app is simply called Boyle County Recycling, and it's available for Apple and Android devices. The app has a feature where you can search any item that'll show you what to do with it. You can find out more information online at boylecountyky.gov. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting tomorrow. Among the items on the agenda includes an introduction to the new Planning and Zoning Director, Michaela Gary, Great American Brass Band Festival Director Michael Peros on a potential new Downtown Danville concert series, and the court will elect a judge pro tem, among many other items. It's tomorrow at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting will be live streamed on the Boyle County Media YouTube channel as well. The Lincoln County Fiscal Court has named the interim Parks and Rec Director as the new full-time director. Casey Bandura had been the interim director of the Lincoln County Parks and Rec Department since June, and for the last fiscal court meeting, Bandura was named the full-time director by the Lincoln County Fiscal Court. Bandura is a Lincoln County native and a recent graduate of Union College. She oversaw baseball, softball, soccer, and football, as well as helping spearhead the first ever fall baseball and softball seasons. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Coel Collision Center in Danville. They're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver, take your vehicle over to the experts, Brent and Gavin at Coel Collision Center, Lebanon Road in Danville. Cloudy skies, a high today of 38, a low tonight of 28. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 47. Wednesday, rain showers, a high of 50. Right now, it's 9:11 in the morning. It is 34 degrees on this Monday, January the 23rd. And we love to have you call into the Adcaster. Going to be a short one today. 238-WHIR, 238-9447.
Now, the Adcaster Show on WHIR. Buy, sell, trade for free. Phone lines are now open. Call 859-238-WHIR. Let her go.
The Adcaster calling in. Again, going to be a short one for us today. Only have 3 items that we have down. 238-WHIR. Starting off with this person who wants someone with experience to set up surveillance cameras. They also want to buy some chicken eggs. 606-669-5743. 606-669-5743. Someone wants to give away a gas grill. It works. Want to give it away from the Harrodsburg area, 521 Shenandoah Drive, 734-9868. 734-9868. And let's go ahead and do all 3 of them here. For sale, rolled large bales of hay. The hay comes from the fall, $40 a bale, 859-366-5690. 859-366-5690. And I said it was going to be a short one. That's all she wrote, he wrote, and they wrote for this Monday morning edition of the Adcaster right here on WHIR Danville. It is a short one indeed. That'll go. Adcaster returns same time, same place, same station later on this week here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Gary Fogle has Kentucky sports memories coming your way next.
Hello, I'm Gary Fogle. Welcome to a brand new week of Kentucky Sports Memories. One of the historic high school basketball gyms in the history of Kentucky is about to come back to life.
At Watson's, we've been delivering all the family fun and relaxation to our local community for over 50 years. Our mission is to provide high-quality home recreational products and home furnishings to our customers that bring families and friends together for a break from the daily stresses of life. Shop the largest local selection of in-stock products for your home, inside and out, and get the guaranteed lowest price in the USA. Only at Watson's. We have all the fun.
If you live in Eastern Kentucky, I'm sure you've heard of Wayland High School, legendary high school as far as basketball goes. If you live in the rest of Kentucky, it's very likely you've heard of Wayland. Anyway, made famous by the great King Kelly Coleman, who graduated there in 1956. He is Kentucky's first Mr. Basketball, and still to this day, he is the all-time leading scorer Kentucky boys high school basketball history. That's pretty amazing, given the fact that he graduated in 1956, more than 60 years ago. No one has surpassed him as far as the all-time leading scorer, Kentucky boys high school basketball history. He played at Little Bitty Wayland High School, and they also became famous because in 1956, they made it to the Sweet 16. King Kelly Coleman was the big attraction there. And they lost in one of the greatest state tournament games of all time. In overtime, they lost to Carr Creek, who went on to win that 56 championship. They lost in the semifinals, but a great game. Anyway, Wayland High School closed in the early 70s as far as the high school. Now, it was a K through 12 through school, and the elementary school stayed open until I think like 1990. But as far as the high school goes, it shut down in the early 70s. So the last high school basketball game ever to be played at Wayland was 1972. Well, coming up on February 4th, a high school basketball game is going to be played there. Floyd Central High School from there in Floyd County, where Wayland is located, and Knott County Central will take on one another. Floyd Central will wear the Wayland Wasps blue and gold uniforms, and Knott County Central will wear the Hindman Yellow Jackets uniforms because Hindman is in Knott County. It is a special night, reliving the past, bringing back to life the history of Wayland High School. We'll talk about this week. I think you'll find it interesting. Hope you'll be with me. Gary Fogle, Kentucky Sports Memories.
Hey there, Gary Fogle and KSM, Kentucky Sports Memories, Mondays through Fridays on the Joe Show at this time. 33 degrees, wind chill. Feels like 26 here in Danville. And we'll see what movie rolled the box office over the weekend. Little movie Monday action for you. And we also have a list that's been put together by a publication on the greatest video games of all time. Now, a publication did the list. However, they surveyed 2,000 adults for this, so it's not like they had this team of experts that put this list together. These adults surveyed were the ones that picked the greatest video games of all time, which means we have a top 10 list. It's coming up after this.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
Would you like to receive a free gift? Refer a friend or family member to Farmers National Bank and receive your free gift. It's simple. Visit the bank's website at fnbky.com. And when your friend opens a Farmers National Bank checking account, you receive a free gift. Stop by a Farmers National Bank office in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Liberty, Middleburg, Perryville, and Stanford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Nine 18 in the morning, 238 WHIR. The phone number to call in, 238-9447. Love to have you on the radio this morning. Let's see what movie rolled the box office over the weekend. It's Movie Monday. What do you think? What movie do you think rolled the box office? How about we make it 6 straight for Avatar: The Way of Water? James Cameron's blockbuster sequel to the 2009 film topped the weekend box office again. $20 more million had it, bringing its total domestic gross to $598 million here in the U.S. Globally, it's now the 6th movie ever to earn $2 billion, grossing $2.024 billion. That makes it number 6 all-time globally. Just $28 million behind Avengers: Infinity War. So very easily could move into number 5 maybe next week. The animated adventure Puss in Boots: The Last Wish also remained strong, posting a second-place finish with an estimated $11.5 million. My wife took my son to see that movie a couple of weeks ago, and they really liked it. Jack's a big Puss in Boots fan. It's the cat with the hat and the boots, and he's got a sword. Anyway, to date, The Last Wish has grossed $126.4 million, $297 million worldwide, so pretty good for Puss in Boots. The horror film Megan slipped into 3rd place, $9.3 million. Its current North American tally stands at $73 million. The weekend's only new major release, the suspense thriller Missing, took 4th place with an estimated $9.3 million. Rounding out the top 5 was Tom Hanks' led drama A Man Called Otto, adding an estimated $9 million to its domestic haul, which now stands at $35.3 million. Avatar: The Way of Water Now, number 6 all time in terms of how much money a movie has made, its intake, $2 billion plus, and could move it to number 5 over the next week or so.
We cannot let you bring your war here.
Outcast. That's all they see.
I see.
There you go. Avatar, The Way of Water. All right. I mentioned a new poll has released the top video games of all time. Here we go. 2,000 adults were surveyed by one poll to determine the greatest video games of all time. And here we go. We'll give you 20 through 10. And after that, we officially enter the top 10 countdown. Number 20, Legend of Zelda. Surprised it's not higher. Legend of Zelda, number 20. Number 19 is Crash Bandicoot. I never played that, but I know it was really popular on PlayStation. Number 18 is Street Fighter. Played that one. Number 17, Assassin's Creed. There's a series of Assassin's Creed games. I played those. Number 16, Pokemon. Played that. Number 15, Football Manager. Now, this is not football NFL. This is soccer where you manage a team and try to make them good. Never played it, but certainly have heard of it before. Football Manager, number 15. Number 14 is Wii Sports. Played that. Number 13, Donkey Kong. Played that. Number 12, Minecraft. My son Jack plays that right now. Minecraft is 12. And Tomb Raider comes in at number 11. And then we go into the top 10, what are considered the top 10 video games of all time. It's a top 10 countdown. Top 10 countdown. The top 10 video games of all time. We start off naturally with number 10.
Number 10.
Number 10 is Space Invaders. So we're throwing it back for number 10. Space Invaders comes in as the 10th greatest video game of all time.
Number 9.
Number 9 is The Sims. I remember playing that game when I was younger, maybe in middle school. And it's still popular. The Sims, you pretty much control a person. You build a house. You just live life with a person. It's a simulation of life. The Sims, that's what it's called. Number 9 is The Sims. What comes in at number 8?
Number 8.
Number 8, another favorite of my son, Sonic the Hedgehog. Been around for a couple of decades now. Maybe 3 decades. Sonic the Hedgehog has movies named after him and made after him. Sonic comes in at number 8.
Number 7.
Number 7, a game I used to play on Game Boy, good for long trips, Tetris. How many lines can you get on Tetris, the 7th greatest video game of all time?
Number 6.
Number 6, the Call of Duty franchise. I wasted so many hours of my life, although I enjoyed it, so I can't say I wasted the time playing Call of Duty Black Ops on PlayStation 3. Call of Duty is number 6. What's number 5?
Number 4.
Oh, wait a minute. Number 4. We need number 5. Give me 1 second.
Number 5.
Number 5 is Pac-Man, another oldie but goodie. Pac-Man comes in at number 5. Number 4 is right now.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Grand Theft Auto. Not for the faint of heart. Rated M for mature. And needs to be rated M for mature. Grand Theft Auto comes in at number 4. Where does number 3 take us?
Number 3.
Number 3 takes us to a different world, a world named after Super Mario. Super Mario World comes in at number 3 as the greatest video game of all time. Number 2.
Number 2
is Mario Kart, a racing game based off Super Mario World. Many hours spent playing Mario Kart. That's a fun game. Number 2. Number 1 may be a shocker. The greatest video game of all time, according to this survey done by one poll.
Number 1.
Number 1, FIFA. The FIFA soccer franchise. And the popularity of soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, around the world, I'm sure, carries this to the number 1 spot. People play this game all over the world. FIFA comes in at number 1 on the top video games of all time. And that, my friends, is a top 10 countdown. See what the Big Daddy's got with sports this morning for us here on the Joe Show. Take it away, Big Daddy.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. In the NFL Sunday, defending AFC champion Cincinnati went to Buffalo and beat the Bills and the snowy weather 27-10 to advance to the AFC championship game for the second year in a row. The Bengals offense and defense were both clicking early as they jumped out to a 14-0 lead in the first quarter. Last night, San Francisco held off Dallas 19-12 in the NFC semifinals. Saturday, Kansas City topped Jacksonville 27-20 as Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes suffered a high ankle sprain but played to the end. Philadelphia wore out the New York Giants 38-7. Here are this Sunday's conference championship matchups. At 3 o'clock in the NFC, the 49ers are at the Eagles. At 6:30 in the AFC, the Bengals visit the Chiefs. Kentucky basketball knocked off Texas A&M Saturday afternoon, 76-67 for their third straight win in conference play. It was the Aggies' first loss in the SEC. Cats trailed by 2.5. After Oscar Tshiebwe got into foul trouble and didn't score until the second half. He finished with 7 points and 17 rebounds. Antonio Reeves came off the bench to score 23 points and hit 5 threes. Jacob Toppin had 17. C.J. Frederick scored 12. And Cason Wallace had 11 points and 4 assists. UK is in Nashville tomorrow night to face Vanderbilt at 9 on Z105. Yesterday in college hoops, Temple upset number 1 Houston 56-55. Number 3 Purdue and number 15 UConn both won. The Center College women stayed unbeaten in the SAA by outscoring Birmingham Southern 120-110. The Lady Panthers are the third highest scoring team in Division III. Center men fell to Birmingham Southern 94-89. Hometown Radio brings you a girl-boy doubleheader tonight in high school basketball as Danville Christian Academy hosts Lincoln County. The girls tip off at 6. The boys around 7:40. DCA versus Lincoln County tonight on Z105. In other girls' action, Mercer County entertains Casey County at 7:30 on WHBN FM 99.5. All these games stream at hometownlive.net. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Isaiah House provides holistic substance abuse treatment to help recovering addicts achieve sobriety for a lifetime.
We know what that struggle is. We know how bad that is. We know all the damage and the chaos that we created in the past. But the important part is we can show them the solution.
Kentucky Medicaid accepted for treatment. Call Isaiah House Treatment Center today, 859-375-9200. Isaiah House Treatment Center, real hope for addiction.
At Linex of Danville, we offer an undercoating that protects your vehicle against road salt and gravel, which helps prevent rust, prolong the life of your vehicle. Along with the rust inhibitor, gives your vehicle total rust protection. Call for a free quote at 859-209-4033 or stop in and see us at 935 Stanford Road in Danville.
Pick 4 for just $6 at Hardee's. Mix or match any 4. Choose from a small ham and cheese, small cheeseburger, spicy chicken sandwich, small fry, small drink, apple turnover, or cookies. Any combination of 4 you want, just $6. Hardee's of Junction City. Eat like you mean it.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
Little Sister Golden Hair. It's 9:30 in the morning. Giving us K&N News in about 20 seconds. Ben Garand is in studio, and he's ready to rock.
Good morning.
So good morning to you, Ben. So we've got a gathering place coming up, senior moment with Ben, and then we'll have a true-false quiz as well. And we'll see how Ben does with that. All that's coming up over the next half hour right here on The Joe Show on WHIR.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
If you paid your taxes to the state of Kentucky last week, look to see if you were charged twice. The state's Department of Revenue says a private vendor double charged some taxpayers on Wednesday. The state says nearly 8,000 people were charged twice by a vendor, Kentucky Interactive. The Department of Revenue is blaming a glitch for the extra charges. The private vendor is working to pay everyone back and cover any overdraft charges that may have also occurred. Kentucky State Police will soon be wearing body cams.
Kentucky State Police will soon implement the Motorola M500 integrated system, which includes a body-worn camera, audio recording device, and in-car video with high-definition cameras.
It is rugged, durable, and the in-car system integrates seamlessly with cameras in the front and rear-facing passenger compartment of the patrol vehicle. We hope to deploy the system in marked vehicles by the end of 2023 or sooner.
KSP Commissioner Colonel Philip Burnett Jr. says the new system will be distributed to about 780 sworn personnel. I'm Haley Hansen.
The family of a missing mom, Andrea Nabel of Louisville, reaching out to the Kentucky State Police about remains found in Boyle County. Investigators say the family sent dental records to the local coroner, hoping the remains may be her. Troopers got a call about the remains on Friday. They were found in a field off of Cranetown Road in Perryville. Nabel has been missing since 2019. Governor Randy Beshear says it's time for Kentucky to show how much it values teachers. The chief executive, in a tweet Saturday, said there are 11,000 teacher vacancies across the state and pointed to compensation as the primary reason. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The Kentucky Department. Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they're offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice, along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of Famous Crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
Hey folks, it's Duke Owens, General Manager here at Cartown Kia. It's a new year and time for a new ride. Start your year right with savings on a new Kia.
Like the 2023 Kia Forte, leased for just $249 down and $249 per month. Plus, if you make over $350 a week, we have 20 lenders that want to approve you.
Come see us here at Cartown Kia or look us up at cartownkiausa.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $249 down, $249 per month. $31.60 due at signing, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer-added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean. Come on, Boyle County, reduce, reuse, recycle. Let's work together to keep our county beautiful. Load your car, trailer, or pickup truck. Our recycling center will sort your stuff. Don't just throw it away when you can recycle it today. Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language in as little as 3 weeks? Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres?
Babbel's interactive lessons are created by real language teachers and voiced by real native speakers using a modern conversation-based method. So in no time, you can start speaking confidently about real-life topics in another language.
Nosotras vamos a México en 2 días y ahora hablamos español. Gracias, Babbel. Sí, muchas gracias.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends. They're over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top of the line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at 315 Delahaye Street and call ahead for an appointment. 236-2299. That's 236-2299. Danville Auto Body Shop. All right, what do we have today? We have cloudy skies. We have a chance of rain until about 11 o'clock this morning, but the radar shows us good to go. High today of 38, a low tonight of 28. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 47. Rain showers tomorrow night into Wednesday, where you get 50 as a high Wednesday. Right now, it's 9:35 in the morning.
The following is a paid program.
Yes, it is. And we welcome on to the show Ben Garant with The Gathering Place. Good morning. Let me try that again.
There we go. Good morning.
Good morning to Ben. What's up?
Hey, the weather's been kind of weird lately.
It has.
It's just been all over the place this winter, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
We had like that super cold snap, and then it's been pretty mild since then.
Yeah, I try to find a day in the week, at least one day where I can run, and I'm not finding one this week. I can't today because I got to do a girl-boy doubleheader basketball, so I'm not going to go run and get sweaty before I have to go to a game. Tomorrow is probably looking like the best day.
Two-headed kids playing basketball, huh?
Two-headed kids. You should see it, too. They're good.
That's weird. Yeah.
With one ball, two kids, two heads on one kid.
A lot of
doubleheader.
Yeah, a lot of excellent floor vision there. I'm sure.
Exactly right. Yeah, they can see all sides of the court at all times. Their awareness is 100.
Oh,
dad jokes.
Yes.
You want to hear one?
Yeah, I do. I'd love to hear a dad joke.
What did the janitor say when he came out of the closet?
I don't know.
Supplies.
You know why chickens are so smart?
Why?
Because. There you go. That's a dad joke.
What did one wall say to the other wall?
I have no idea.
Meet you at the corner.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, I'm going to let you have that one.
There's your dad jokes.
You're the self-proclaimed dad joke king of Boyle County.
Thank you. I'm not even self-proclaiming that. You're proclaiming me. I haven't called myself that.
Well,
so I didn't self-proclaim it. You proclaimed it for me. So it has been proclaimed, but not by me.
Truth hurts.
Ben Garant's in here. Ben, what do we got going on with The Gathering Place this week?
Well, we got a new year, that's for sure. And it's been off to a pretty good start. Like I said, the weather's been cooperating, and we're still delivering a whole bunch of meals. We've got our adult day healthcare open full bore, and we've got a lot of clients coming there, and we've got some new ones. We've got some kind of in the pipeline, as you say. We've got we've had some minor changes with our home delivered meal or Meals on Wheels program. We've talked about that. We've talked about that several times. And one thing I'm glad to report too, though, is that we've picked up some really good new volunteers.
Awesome.
So that's going to hopefully allow us to begin offering transportation as we were pre-pandemic. So it's not something that we're going to be able to do at the level we were prior to the pandemic, but we're going to ease back into that.
Okay.
So that includes helping our seniors get to the grocery store, doctor's appointments, pharmacy, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Last Monday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and you all were closed for that holiday.
We were
closed for that holiday. But you've been busy this year. You mentioned it's a new year. I'm seeing some new art projects, I guess, that are put up, some decorations, maybe. In the adult day healthcare.
Yeah, our adult day healthcare staff does a really good job of kind of flowing with the seasons and holidays and that sort of thing. So they've got a winter wonderland thing going back there. And we've had a little bit of sickness back there in the last couple of weeks, but I think that's, it's a function of the weather. I think it's a function of people just being, just tired of all this gray stuff and run down and indoors. And it's hard to get out and about without finding somebody that's coughing or sneezing somewhere. So we have had a little bit of sickness, but we are working through that. And I think everybody is on the mend. So that's a good thing.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
If you're a senior over the age of 60 and you're hearing this conversation and maybe you're looking at your bank account and there's some issues there, or there's some issues with getting out and about and not being able to travel, to drive. There is the the Meals on Wheels program, Ben. So tell us how that works out.
So our Meals on Wheels program is primarily focused towards what we call homebound people that really have no means to get to the grocery store, have no means to perhaps buy groceries, that they have the inability to cook for themselves for whatever reason. It could be an illness, a long-term illness. It might be blindness. Some folks have vision troubles as they age, and if you cannot see to safely operate your stove, that's a problem. So our primary focus there is to make sure that the seniors most in need are able to receive at least 5 hot meals a week from our home delivered meal or Meals on Wheels program, and that's Monday through Friday, and it's a lunchtime meal. And currently, Joe, we're still over 150 a day.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the primary function there. We've been under an order from the governor's office since the beginning of the pandemic to just provide a meal to anyone who's over the age of 60. And that, as we've talked before, those guidelines have, they're kind of becoming a little more stringent as they were prior to the pandemic. So as we reassess everybody and as we assess potential new or oncoming Meals on Wheels clients, the guidelines are going to be a little more strict, but we do look at everything on a case-by-case basis.
Okay.
And we do have a certain amount of discretion that we can apply situationally to certain things. So if you are in doubt, the best thing to do is just give us a call and we can have a conversation and see what we can do for you.
So for those who are taking advantage of the Meals on Wheels program and they're getting meals delivered to them on a weekday basis, when will they know their reassessment date is coming?
We'll let them know. We'll be reaching out to everybody. And, if you happen to remember what month you came on, let's say, for example, you came on in March 3 years ago, you started in March. Well, every March you're due for a reassessment.
Okay.
So in March this year, theoretically, you will be getting contacted.
So when someone gets approval to get meals delivered to them, it lasts minimum for a year.
Yes.
Okay. So they know without a shadow of a doubt, if they get approved in March, they're on until March of 24.
Right. Now if we run into you at the grocery store or the drive-through at Taco Bell or something like that, that might change some things.
Yeah.
But typically speaking, if we can determine that you've got a need, it's assumed that need is ongoing.
Okay. So if you have any questions, 236-2070. I get you and I get Ann Yeager and Stith Funeral Home's phone number.
Yeah, I know. Half the time you call me talk of a lifetime.
Uh-huh.
I hear we're naming that something else.
We are. You got any suggestions?
A grave situation with Ann Yeager? No.
Hey.
No.
Ann Yeager, if you're listening, we'll let her know tomorrow, but we may have a winner.
That might be a little...
it's a grave situation.
That might be a little too forward. I don't know. Yeah. But I heard that on the radio the other day. I heard you all talking, and I was like, wow, that's a grave situation.
I'm going to have to ask Rick if he has any ideas. Rick's
That's scary, asking Rick for ideas.
Clever enough to come up with something silly.
That's frightening.
But
that is frightening.
A grave situation. We'll see if how that one strikes Ann Yeager.
Awake with Ann Yeager. Like it's early in the morning, but it's also awake.
Yes.
Yeah. See, there you go.
See, look at that. We got
creative juices
in front
flowing
runners.
this
Awake
morning.
with Ann Yeager.
Yeah.
Well, of course, it's not always Ann Yeager that comes in, so it could be Awake with Mary Stith.
So just Awake with Stith.
Yes. Okay.
There you go.
Awake with Stith. Or a grave situation with Stith Funeral Home. I like that one better. I'm not sure that that's going to be the one that wins, but that one's my favorite of the two.
Yeah. It might be moderately inappropriate, but it's morning drive time radio, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to
have a little bit of fun.
A little bit of fun, yeah. Make people think, oh my gosh, did he say that? What did he say? I don't know. I missed it. We're already on to the next topic.
That's right.
Let's see. Ben, last time you were in was January the 9th. So you were not in the second holiday. You're in the 9th. You were not in the 16th holiday. You're in today. So the way this trend is going, you're off next week.
Am I?
No, you're not. But it's been off on.
Well, it's been the holidays.
Okay, so you're in here next week.
Yeah.
So we can really get in the groove then.
Absolutely. Don't we have some holidays in February though?
Valentine's Day, you taking off?
Isn't there like President's Day or something in February?
I thought that was in January.
I don't know.
No, we would have had President's Day. When is President's Day?
I don't know. We got a map right here. Hang on.
Well, let's see who can find it first. Me Googling or you looking at the calendar?
February 20th.
No, that was a tie. February 20th. Monday, February 20th. Is that a national holiday? President's Day?
I believe it is a federal holiday, yeah.
Okay. So we're going to really get in where I'm going with this is we're going to get in the groove of the true false quiz because you are 5 for 7 from the last time you did it. We have 7 questions again. We've upped the ante this year, but we don't have to do just 5. It's my show, so we can do what we want, right? So
we also have Groundhog Day coming up.
Groundhog Day is a big day.
Yeah.
It's a big day for a lot of people. to see what that
It's a
rodent
big day in
says.
Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Yes,
that's for
Punxsutawney
sure.
Phil.
That's right.
So we got a true-false quiz coming up for you. Again, Ben, 7 questions that are just random, as they always are. So we'll
Fair
see
enough.
how you can do. 5 for 7 last time you were on. Right now, we'll see if you can improve on that after this quick break. It is 9:45 in the morning and 33 degrees in Danville.
Royal Flush Piping is proud to announce their new septic tank pumping service. Health departments recommend septic tanks be pumped every 3 to 5 years based on home occupancy. Regular pumping keeps your septic system operating and avoids backups and rotten smells. Should you need excavation and location service, it's available for an additional fee. Call now to schedule a pumping.
If you're looking for a plumber you can trust, pick up the phone and call Royal Flush. 859-319-1286.
Call now to schedule a pumping.
Available 24 hours a day, so you don't have to wait. Call the plumbing pros at Royal Flush Piping at 859-319-1286.
Here's what's new at Parthenon. We have homemade chicken noodle soup, shrimp scampi, and Greek chicken saute. We have the new rib special. It comes with a rack of baby back ribs, coleslaw, french fries, and a side salad. All that for just $19.95. All these things are available every day. And on Wednesdays, we have free baklava with every entree and every large salad. This is Jimmy. Come out and see us at the Parthenon Greek American Eats in Danville in the Greenleaf Shopping Center on Lexington Road. We're open 11 to 9 Monday through Saturday.
It's here. It's new. Filled with the best wide selection of vehicles just for you.
Why not feel used car factory?
7 acres of pre-owned elite inventory makes them the largest deal maker around.
Why not feel used car factory?
So come on down to Nicholsville off US 27 to Vents Drive. Then you've arrived at the new.
Why not feel used car factory?
Buy with confidence straight from the factory. Take a virtual tour at
WHIR.com.
This is Jesse Johnson, Senior Vice President of Whitaker Bank's newest branch, located in downtown Danville at 218 West Main Street. Whatever your banking needs, Whitaker Bank is here to help. Give us a call at 859-236-9822 to discuss your options and let us put our experience in customer service to work. We look forward to speaking with you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same-as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Time out for sports this weekend with
Sports Map Radio Network
on WHIR AM 1230.
All right, do you remember your new dance?
No, I don't. That's what I was getting ready to say.
You better crank one out there, Halls.
I think that was it.
Yeah, that was it. Which nobody can even see.
We call that the dangly arm.
The dangly arm.
That's where both of my arms dangle. Appropriately named the dangly arm.
It's terrible.
Here we have a 7-question quiz on random
I should get a
knowledge.
bonus point just for having to watch that.
Watching the dangly arm?
For the next 52 weeks or 50 weeks.
Here we go. True or false? In Portugal, you can be fined if caught driving while wearing flip-flops or not wearing a T-shirt or a shirt of some sort. True.
That's weird enough to be true.
Or false. That is absolutely a fact. Portugal's National Republican Guard.
Where's my ding?
Let me see if I can find the ding here. Let's see. Portugal's National Republican Guard, GNR, which enforces motoring laws, reportedly fines drivers wearing flip-flops about $300. What you get fined if you wear flip-flops.
It can be dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Get the flop caught underneath the gas pedal.
Yeah.
Or if, in my case, you have 1.5 flip-flops, half of your flip-flops broken off.
I wish the listening public could see the flip-flops that you wear in this studio.
Somebody may take pity on me and buy me some new ones.
They are. They're shameful. Like it's literally a flip-flop and a half.
Things look like they've been hit by a nuclear bomb.
I'm telling you, the front, is it the right one? The front half of the right one?
Right one.
It's just, there is no front half. There's no bottom to it.
I'll show it to the live stream.
Yeah, I think you should.
Okay, here it is. There it is. Look at that.
There's no toes on it.
There's duct tape on the side of it. There's no toes on it. It just stops. Miles Bell says he's seen them. All right,
sad.
Here you go.
Ding, there you go. Now
All
it's
right,
official.
number 2, you're 1 for 1.
All right.
In London, England, if you happen to die in the House of Parliament, you are technically entitled to a state funeral because the building is considered too sacred a place. True?
Yeah, that's true. I
Or
would think.
false? You going true?
Yeah, I'm going to go true.
Let me cue up this sound then, real quickly. You're incorrect. You're 1 for 2. The myth may have arisen because under the UK's Coroners Act in 1988, the coroner of the Queen's household has jurisdiction over an inquest into a death in a royal palace. However, state funerals are not mandatory. This is obtained from text written by the Law Commission Statute Law Repeals team, by the way, in case you want to know. You're 1 for 2.
I disagree with that.
Question number 3, Valentine's Day banned in Saudi Arabia. True or false?
I mean, it would make sense, I think, because I mean there are
very strict laws.
Yeah, there's different laws and different traditions in different countries, and I'm not sure about Saudi Arabia, but there are some countries in that region that have really strict observance rules for holidays. So I'll say that's true.
You're going true, Ben. That is absolutely correct. In Saudi Arabia, the Mutawa, the religious police, I hope I'm saying that right, formerly known as the Commission for the Promotion of Virtue and Prevention of Vice. That's where they got Mutawa.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah. They banned the sale of all Valentine's Day items. Muslims are not allowed to celebrate the holiday, and non-Muslims can celebrate, but only behind closed doors.
Okay.
Chocolates, roses, wrapping paper, and red items are not permitted to be sold in shops because Valentine's Day is considered to encourage immoral relations between unmarried men and women.
Fair enough.
You're 2 for 3. Question number 4, Ben.
All right.
In 1945, a man survived the atomic blast at Hiroshima, dragged himself to an air raid shelter, spent the night, then caught the morning train so he could arrive at his job on time in Nagasaki. True or false?
True.
You're going true? That is absolutely correct.
I think I've actually heard that before.
And guess what happened when he got to Nagasaki?
Oh, he got bombed again, I think.
And he survived another A-bomb
That's
blast.
what I was thinking. I was thinking that could have been the same thing because I did know somebody survived too. I'm like, dude, you need to stay at home.
Can you imagine, though, being at
You're
Hiroshima,
out of luck.
Yeah, the day that the A-bomb goes off, and the first thing in your mind the next day is, I got to go to work. I know we just got hit with the A-bomb here, but I've got to go to work.
I
get
think
fired.
I would have skipped that.
Yeah, maybe
day.
we skip that day, make sure everything's okay at the home front
You know what I'm going to do? Not go to work because everything around me got annihilated but me. But
you are 3 for 4. Question
right.
number 5.
Number 5.
In 2012, Animal Planet aired a 2-hour mockumentary called Mermaid, The Body Found, that was so true and overwhelmingly convincing that the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration got phone calls demanding truth from people about the existence of mermaids. True or false?
That's also kind of weird enough to be true because I could see when did they supposedly do this?
Let me go back to the question here. 2012.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
You're absolutely correct. The entire
There you
question
go.
was one big fact.
Yeah.
I have nothing to add on to that. You got it right. You're 4 for 5.
Fantastic.
Question number 6.
Number 6.
The zebra dog is a wild animal in East Asia, Ben, which looks like a zebra, but is actually a dog. You think the zebra dog is a real thing?
I can't tell by your laugh because sometimes you laugh because it's so bizarre that it's true, and sometimes you laugh because it's so ridiculous. Zebra dog, that's got to be false.
Wait a minute. No, what you said false?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's supposed to be raccoon dog. But I didn't want.
I would have said false on both of them. I mean,
well,
the
raccoon dog is a real thing.
Okay.
In East Asia, looks like a raccoon, but it's actually a dog. But I didn't want to give you all true over and over, so I changed it to the first animal that popped in my head was zebra. See where I got zebra dog.
Zebra dog. I don't know where you got that.
You're 5 for 6.
He's losing his mind. He's laughing uncontrollably. I hope you can see this on the live stream.
Let me get you back on camera here. All right, question number 7.
Number 7.
Some birds in cities have learned to line their nests with cigarette butts in order to ward off parasites.
That's true.
True or false? You're going true, which would put you 6 for 7 if you're correct. You are absolutely correct, Ben. You go 6 for 7 today. So here's the background on that. Burnt nicotine works as an insecticide to ward off mites, lice, and fleas. So by using cigarette butts, the birds are really protecting themselves against parasites because nicotine does that.
Burnt nicotine. But are they subjecting themselves to cancer?
They may have emphysema. Can you imagine a bird flying around coughing?
No, I cannot.
There you go, Ben. You're 6 for 7. That puts you 11 for 14 now.
I know crows do weird things. Like crows create some kind of weird relationship with people sometimes where they will bring you something in exchange for something. So for example, if
I feel like I've heard this
before.
Like
so if you're feeding popcorn to crows every day, they will bring you a pebble or something like that.
They're like, they want to work for their food. They don't want to just take advantage of you.
It's a bartering system.
They want to let you know, hey, I appreciate you. Here's this pebble.
Yeah, here's a rock. Thanks for the popcorn.
My dog has done that before. He'd bring me a dead animal to the back,
here's
back
a
door.
Squirrel, Daddy.
Yeah, here's a rabbit or a squirrel or something like that. Well, I wish you wouldn't have done that, Chip, but okay.
Here's a squirrel. Can I have some cheese? That's probably how your dog sounds.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben, very quickly, you mentioned to begin the segment, you all are beginning to accept more volunteers now. If people want to volunteer, what kind of work is this? What kind of things will they be doing? And then how can they get in touch with you to get this ball rolling?
Primarily, it's for meal delivery on our Meals on Wheels routes. So we do run 5 routes, and we do cover the entire county. So it's very helpful when we do have volunteers because that frees our staff up to focus on other areas.
I'm going to Google zebra dog just in case it's not a real animal.
Is there a cartoon called Cat Dog or something?
There was Cat Dog when I was a kid. Oh, here's no.
What do you mean when you were a kid? You're still a kid.
Well, when I was like in middle school, there was Cat Dog. I wasn't a real big fan of Cat Dog. I thought it was boring. No, zebra dogs are not real dogs. Now, you can buy a costume for your dog to make it look like a zebra.
Well, of course you can.
But you can't actually have a zebra dog.
Well, I mean, why would you?
Mm-hmm.
Bo's got his coat on today. It's cold.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, Bo wears sweaters and hoodies and jackets.
Where is
stuff
he?
like that.
At work?
He's at work, yeah.
So he just like relaxes and chills while you're not there? Who takes care of Bo when you're not there?
He does his job. He walks around. He loves on people, and he will take naps and sit with people on a couch or walk up to them and lay his little head on their lap and let them pet him, and he just kind of walks around and does his best to make people happy.
Is that at the adult day healthcare?
He spends most of his time in adult day healthcare.
Okay, yeah,
but yeah,
they all love him there.
Oh yeah, and he goes into the senior room quite often as well. So he just he's got the run of the building.
Is he a trained therapy dog?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, he's certified.
Yeah.
So
did you get him that way, or did you get him specifically for the reason for him to be trained?
He was itty bitty when we got him.
I feel like I remember you bring him into the station when he was a puppy.
He was really small, and so I took him to training. We actually trained together.
Yeah. So there you go, Bo, the therapy dog. Another reason for the adult day healthcare for
He's a good boy.
Your whoever it is in your household that maybe they need 24/7 care, and you've got to go to work, and your schedule doesn't permit you to be there all the time. And we understand that life happens. And please call Ben Garan and his staff at a gathering place. They'd love to talk to you. 236-2070.
That's us.
Is the phone number 236-2070. By the way, if you want to go to a business called Zebra Dog, there is one in Madison, Wisconsin. They're a design agency. They do like interior design.
Okay.
A business called Zebra Dog. So
is it based on dogs and zebras?
I have no idea where the name came from. I don't, but they're in Madison, Wisconsin, 1249 Williamson Street to visit Zebra Dog.
I know some folks in Madison, Wisconsin.
We got to call them and see if they know about this business called Zebra Dog. Interior designing. Ben, appreciate you being on.
All right. Thanks, Joe. We'll see you next week.
You want to end it for us?
No, but I think that is Curtis McPeak, right?
That is Curtis McPeak.
I'll let you take the reins on this one.
Home Sweet Home, leading us home sweet home. Kentucky Sports Radio is coming up next.
All right.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9.